After an incident.
Guys, welcome to Tony Katz tonight. It's going to be an excellent show. We're going to talk about what critical thinking is all about. I'm going to prove contempt. We also have Donald Brown, Dr. Donald Brown of Interactive Intelligence, an Indiana company, and why they're staying in Indiana. Is it the new hotbed of tech? Also, Paige is going to say something I'm going to disagree with. Guaranteed your money back. We're about to go live. Glad you're here.
Highs of 82 degrees. I'm RTV6 meteorologist Kevin Gregory.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tony Katz Tonight.
You are in.
I'll leave the correspondence dinner talk for other people. For people who are way too into nerd prom. I would say it's culture, but it's not culture. You know, maybe I'll dig into it later. But I came across a story that I love regarding Indiana and how it is growing, specifically our dear Indianapolis, and how a group, Interactive Intelligence, is adding 300 more employees to its company right there in Indianapolis, and they're building a new 112,000 square foot building. They're going to lease a new building on the north side Indianapolis campus. Joining us to discuss it all is the CEO of Interactive Intelligence. You can find them online. I think it's interactiveintelligence.com. I'll double check myself. Dr. Donald Brown. Doctor, great to have you on the program.
Hi, Tony. Nice to be here.
No, an absolute pleasure. I like seeing when Indiana business grows. So I want to start with just a bit of a basics. Interactive Intelligence, what in the world do you guys really do? I have a basis of what you do. How would you describe the elevator pitch of what you do?
Well, we do communications software for businesses to help them communicate internally or especially with their customers.
Okay, so it's something that normally, when people think of those kinds of businesses, they think of outsourced to India. But you're outsourced to Indianapolis, which is clearly not India. So it begs a question, which is, we hear that these things can't happen in the U.S. How do you build a business like that in the United States, and specifically, why Indiana?
Well, we're the software company, so we're not providing the customer service operations. We're providing the software that big companies would use to do that. But even a lot of high-tech companies outsource their development to India and other places, and we've always done it right here in beautiful Indianapolis, mainly because this is my home. I've been here. This is my third company that I've started here. I started my first one while I was in med school down at IU Bloomington, and have stayed here ever since.
So you're a born and bred Hoosier?
Not born, but came here when I was in 6th grade. My dad was an Army brat. I got out of Vietnam, moved here, and so I went to West Lane Junior High School and North Central, and then IU. Okay,
so the bona fides are there. By the way, the website, ININ.com, the company Interactive Intelligence, Dr. Donald Brown on the phone. But you talk about the creation of the software. Again, it leads to another question, which is people don't think of Indianapolis or Indiana as a hub. They think certainly Silicon Valley, or you see more and more companies heading to Texas, especially Austin, as an incubator for this kind of thought. Why, aside from the fact that you may have grown up here, why here? There had to have been a competitive edge, in your opinion, to build a company like yours here.
Yeah, we have a number of advantages, I think, here for high-tech companies, and those advantages have certainly caused me to stay and to grow bigger companies. We have some great universities, and IU, Purdue, Notre Dame, Rose-Hulman, Butler, and so on. And then there's just an attitude among Hoosiers of loyalty and being willing to work hard to stick with something. And I think it has to be a struggle sometimes out in Silicon Valley, where people seem to have a pretty short focus, short span of attention, and are ready to rush off to the next Instagram or WhatsApp.
Oh, so you're talking about like they're always in the search of the new startup as opposed to building something and continuing its growth.
Yeah, I joked that in Silicon Valley you get a gold watch after 2 years. There's just a different mentality in the Midwest. You know, we're just not afraid to dig in and solve bigger problems that may take several years. I started Interactive 20 years ago and have really largely the same senior staff as back then. People tend to come and stay, and it has allowed us to grow and to compete against Cisco and Avaya and some of the biggest tech companies in the industry.
Now, people don't understand. I think MarketWatch did a pretty good job of telling your story. It's a 23% growth rate for I think for your company over last year, which was a pretty healthy rate, they say, of 18%. And you guys generated $92.7 million in Indiana payroll. Do I have that right? Is that the right number?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much right. We've got about 2,000 employees, and a little over half are here in Indiana. We're a global company, so we do business every place. So we have to have and do have employees in London and Paris and Tokyo and Sydney, but 95% of our software development takes place here in Indianapolis. Most of our corporate officers are here, and it's certainly the heart and soul of our business.
So we're talking with Dr. Donald Brown of Interactive Intelligence, ININ.com, on Twitter at IN_intelligence is where you can find them, and they'll talk to you social media-wise. You talk about being able to get people from IU, from Purdue, from Butler, from Ball State. What is it that you're looking for? Is it solely the degree that moves you to hiring, or is it about skill? Or is it a combination?
Well, it depends on the position. We hire people for a variety of different roles. I guess focusing in on software developers, we have both very senior, experienced people, but increasingly as we've grown, we've really needed to develop talent and hire kids coming directly out of college. And there we're looking for, aptitude, enthusiasm. Yes, we want people who are smart and able to learn well. But more than anything, we want people who are creative and willing to be part of something that requires hard work, but can really pay off over the long term.
You're adding 112,000 square feet on the Indianapolis campus. Are you now going to be hiring?
Oh yes, we are hiring. We hired, I think, about 150 or so people in Indianapolis last year. We're looking to double that number this year, and over the course of the next couple of years, it'll be probably north of 400. So, yeah, wow. The reason we're building that new building, we already have 3 on the west side of Indianapolis, and we're just run out of space. We can't accommodate the people we're adding at the rate we are, so we went ahead and committed to a new headquarters building right on 465 on the west side.
In today's market, you're not hearing about that kind of hiring, that kind of growth, and there are people, you can see the numbers. The unemployment rate may be down, but the labor participation rate is at an all-time low in multiple categories. Is it just on the tech side that you're hiring, or is it a wealth, a myriad of positions that people in Indianapolis who may have been laid off 3 months ago or a year ago may have an opportunity to say, hey, I've got the skill set you're looking for?
Oh, yeah, it's certainly not just developers. We're hiring people in testing, marketing, sales, human resources, finance, really across the board. And we're proud that these are good-paying jobs. We figure they'll average about $80,000 per year, and many of them quite a bit more than that. But it's worked out well for us. We certainly have had pressure along the way. We're a publicly traded company, so we've had analysts ask, why don't you send these jobs to India or China or someplace where you could pay half as much? But for us, it's worth it. The quality of people we get and the sort of close collaboration we can have, we think benefits our company and ultimately our shareholders.
Final question before I let you go. It's off topic, but it's very important to the show. Paige's whole future rides on this. Have you, sir, Dr. Donald Brown of Interactive Intelligence, have you ever seen the movie Animal House?
Oh, of course.
Thank you. Paige, you see how that works? The CEO has seen Animal House. All I'm saying is if you don't see the movie, you can't be a success. That's clearly it. Dr. Donald Brown, listen, a pleasure. I wish you all the best. If I can be of service, definitely let me know. And no, I am not a stockholder, full disclosure. I just like that people are growing businesses in Indianapolis. I think it's wonderful. Interactive Intelligence, ININ.com, at IN_intelligence on Twitter. Sir, an absolute pleasure.
Okay, thanks, Tony. Appreciate it.
You got it. Much more ahead. This is Tony Katz Tonight.
93 WIBC.
We have to get to the bottom of this.
There's no conspiracy here at all. Go explain to the family members how it's okay for the White House
Is that
to withhold
awesome?
information from the Congress and the American people.
Another news update is just minutes away.
President Obama talks tough about Vladimir Putin.
Get the facts,
These Russian-backed groups are not peaceful protesters.
not just the talking points.
Feliz Cinco de Mayo, party on.
On the level, on the go. 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
Hey, sis, what was the name of that greenhouse Mom took you to last year?
Oh, you mean Butler's Wholesale Retail Greenhouses. She's been going there for years. They have the best ferns, and their geraniums hanging baskets are huge.
You there, Paige?
They have over 25 varieties.
Oh, I'm here.
From $13.50 to $19. In fact, you can't beat their prices.
Hey,
have annuals
they've
at
got
48
jobs.
count, including vegetable mix and match for $13. Their bedding geraniums are $15 for 36 plants.
Are you upset, Paige? Do you want to talk about it?
Oh,
No.
their plants are gorgeous, and they let you shop.
I'm
all
watching
their greenhouses,
24.
3.5
You are not.
acres in all.
Well, how about getting
That's
together
how I
and taking
protest.
Mom this weekend? Sounds good to me.
Butler Wholesale Retail.
Can you please clip
Greenhouse,
that?
Located at 2401 West
Yeah.
Morris Street, only 2 miles from downtown. Open April 1st, 7 days a week. Give Butler's a call at 634-6067 or 370-2315. Butler's, where your
Will
garden
you
dollar goes yards. Check them out
after
on
you clip
Facebook.
it, will
Butler's
you,
Flowers and Plants.
I don't know, flag it,
If you
send
need
it to Matt
reliable,
Hiblin.
high-quality video
He may
production,
want to
look no
send it
further
over
than
to their PR team
PrimeImageMedia.com.
for them to post it.
PrimeImageMedia.com.
Okay, I can send him an email. It'll be too big to send.
And
Oh, well,
conference and
just
event
tell 'em where to
coverage
find it.
nationwide. Get
As
a
the
high-quality,
clip
consistent look to your
interview.
corporate videos with the most reliable video company in the country. Visit PrimeImageMedia.com today to learn more. Mention Tony Katz and get 10% off your first production. That's PrimeImageMedia.com. PrimeImageMedia.com.
Dad, can I have ice cream?
3.5.
Ask your mother.
Dad, what's the
Right.
square root of 452?
Ask your mother.
Dad, can I have new shoes?
Ask your mother.
You know it's true. The mom in your house is asked to do a lot. So thank her this year with a Mother's Day gift from Indy's own Distinctive Diamonds. The team at Distinctive Diamonds has put together an incredible selection of Mother's Day gift ideas. Something for any budget. Maybe a piece of fashion jewelry from our designer collection, or a birthstone ring, an eternity band, or a beautiful pair of diamond earrings she can wear every day. Come to Distinctive Diamonds and let our experts help you find the perfect way to let the mother in your life know how much she's appreciated. And get 12 months no-interest financing on any Mother's Day purchase.
Dad, can I have a baby brother?
Ask your mother.
Distinctive Diamonds. Mother's Day presents for everything you asked Mom to do. Keystone at the crossing beside the David Wolf Green Bridge.
Springtime in Indy, and after a brutal winter, why not do what Glenn did with not one but 2 homes? He called Rhino Shield.
My wife actually, on our old house, actually on our roof, and the paint can then fell, covering the roof and the shingles, and it was at that point we said, we just really don't want to do this anymore.
Now, Central Indiana, you can get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price. 15%.
There is an R factor to the paint, and so we actually feel as though we're reduced our heating bills, even our air conditioning bills, just because of the R factor.
Springtime savings. Get 15% off the regular price of Rhino Shield. 15%.
And it actually transferred to the new owners.
Here's Jim Williams, owner of Rhino Shield.
This offer's limited, so hurry. Call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
We've watched our neighbors who moved in after us already start to repaint, and we're just cooking along.
Hey, don't Rhino, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Mrs. John, your husband has suffered a stroke. Now the good news. Wasn't as bad as we thought.
At American Senior
Now the good
Communities,
news?
we offer
Holy.
hope in the form of Moving Forward Rehabilitation. With a full range of physical, occupational, and speech therapy programs, the goal of Moving Forward is to help people return home safely with the skills they need to live life on their own terms. Our therapists are trained and committed to your success, caring people who really make the difference. For more information about American Senior Communities, visit ascseniorcare.com.
Hey, it's Big Joe for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer. Love heating and air conditioning. Another one of those family-owned businesses that's been around for nearly a century.
My brother John and I are a fourth generation of Loves here at Love Heating and Air Conditioning. We've been in the same building since 1920. We're proud to say that we've been family-owned and operated since 1920.
Love Heating and Air Conditioning invites you to celebrate the indoors with Comfort Plus rebates this spring on American Standard air equipment. Get more info at IndyHomeComfort.com or call 353-2141.
Check out what's going on with 93 WIBC.
Click on our contest page for your chance to win tickets to the Decorator Show House, 500 Festival Parade tickets, and more. You can also win tickets to the American Dairy Association's Fastest Rookie Luncheon with 500 trivia on our homepage. And make plans to join us on Georgia Street this Wednesday from 11 to 1 for the Red Kettle Cook-Off to benefit the Salvation Army.
Grab more info online at WIBC.com. This is Tony Katz Tonight. Follow Tony on Twitter at Tony Katz.
You're in.
My thanks to Dr. Donald Brown, Interactive Intelligence, ININ.com, IN_intelligence on Twitter. Am I supposed to talk about the fact that it's Cinco de Mayo? As if it somehow matters?
I mean, you could. You could just have a margarita like the rest of us.
Well, there's this group of people that stood outside that high school in Morgan Hill, California. The one that said that if you wear an American flag T-shirt on Cinco de Mayo, you'll be thrown out of school. You'll be kicked out of school, and the Supreme Court, it wasn't the Supreme Court, it was the Ninth Circuit Court said, yeah, we have to make sure that all the students are safe, and this is the best way to do it. We don't teach people how to be resilient. We don't teach people how to deal with those who disagree with them. And most importantly, you're either Americans or you're not. And if you're Americans, regardless of your heritage, what's the problem with an American flag T-shirt? So a bunch of people. Doesn't seem like too many here. I mean, this picture only has like 7 or 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 8 American flags. A couple people in American flag T-shirts holding American flags. There's a couple more there. And they're being called racists on Twitter. Listen to me very carefully. So we're clear. Just so it's out there. You cannot be racist for carrying the American flag, for wearing the American flag, or for putting the American flag on your property. Not now, not ever. You can never, ever be racist for that. If you say otherwise, you are wrong. You're a liar. You're a fool. You're ignorant. You're an ignoramus. You aren't worthy of listening to this show, and I demand that you turn off your radio or your computer or your smartphone. Don't get smart with me. If you were smart, you'd recognize that an American flag is an American flag, a representation of the country in which you live, and it cannot be racist. You moron! Let us all accept that you are celebrating a decision from the court that says not that diversity will be tolerated, that says diversity will not be tolerated. You say that you must do X, and if you do Y, you will be thrown out of school. Instead of telling the students, hey, just turn the other cheek. Just, don't worry about it. Don't let it get to you. What next? Ban Bossy? Oh, wait! We're doing that! you can wear an American flag t-shirt anywhere you want. And anyone who says otherwise is wrong. This is not about we'll agree to disagree, although you are welcome to disagree with me. 317-239-9393, 239-9393. You can disagree with me all you want. But how many times will I have to prove you wrong until you recognize that that position is wrong? If you agree with the idea that you shouldn't be allowed to wear an American flag shirt on Cinco de Mayo, you're wrong. You're wrong. And by the way, you're hateful. You're a vicious, nasty person. You're not good. You're not decent. You're not moral. You don't bring a value system that should be followed by any sane, rational human being. You're disgusting. You're hateful. You're vicious. You're intolerant. You're unworthy of the flag. You don't believe in the melting pot. You believe in the fruit salad. You don't believe in becoming part of the American fabric. You believe that you should be able to keep that identity that you quote-unquote love and support, even though that's not the place that you live and reside. Here on Twitter. Blank your American flag. This is at Morgan Hill Times on Twitter. Blank your American flag, racist as blanks. Paige, do you want to fill in the blanks? Do you want to fill in what I'm trying to say? Paige,
like
if you right. So, blank your American flag, racist as blanks. I'll always have pride with my Mexican flag, but not the American one.
Okay, so let's see.
Blank your American flag.
Love.
Racist as blanks.
Pepperoncinis.
That's actually pretty good. I'm proud of you. This one's always going to have pride with my Mexican flag, but not the American one. That's racist. You believe that one race is better than another?
Did he end it with si se puede?
This does not say si se puede, which means yes, we can.
That's always my favorite. When I lived in Sacramento, was going to visit my mom at the Capitol, and they would be having some sort of rally. And, they're all sitting there yelling si se puede over wanting, us to leave them alone over them being here illegally. And I'm like, if you're going to convince me, could you at least shout, yes, we can in English? I mean, you are in America.
When it was, they had like one of those first rallies, and they were flying the American flag upside down, and they were carrying Mexican flags, and just the look on it was just, are you kidding? What's wrong with everybody? You want us to love you, and this is how you treat us? The next year they got it right. Somehow the memo got properly distributed to all the people who were carrying a flag. But I'm right. It's nonsense. I didn't say not to have a cultural heritage. I did not say not to have a tie. I did not say not to believe in that part of yourself or respect that part of yourself. You're in the United States. You should be proud of that. You're not proud of that? That doesn't make any sense. You don't think of yourself as American? That doesn't make any sense. Who taught you not to think of yourself as American if you live in America and you're a citizen of the United States? Who taught you this? Who lied to you? Show them to me. Let me help you. This is Tony Katz Tonight.
This hour is powered by Indiana Roof and Exterior Cleaning. IndianaExteriorCleaning.com.
It's gardening time again, and Tuttle Orchards has a large selection of flowers and vegetable plants for you to choose from. Over 90% of Tuttle's plants are grown at the orchard, so you get top-quality plants grown right there at the orchard and a staff with lots of gardening knowledge to help and assist you. Visit Tuttle Orchards for hanging baskets for Mother's Day. Tuttle's hanging baskets are homegrown right at the orchard, and they are beautiful. The size, stunning plant combinations, and low price will make you and your mom say wow. You'll want to pick up some for yourself, too. Tuttle's has a vast selection of vegetable plants, too, so don't forget to grab some. During your visit, step into Tuttle Farm Store to find a large selection of local and gourmet food items. Check out Tuttle Expanded Meat Department featuring beef, pork, lamb, and bison from Indiana farmers. Visit TuttleOrchards.com for hours and directions, and make plans to explore Tuttle Orchards on Indy's Far East Side. That's Tuttle Orchards, growing quality, harvesting memories year-round.
If you need reliable, high-quality video production, look no further than PrimeImageMedia.com. PrimeImageMedia.com
What is Tom Brady
provides
wearing?
promotional videos, training videos, and conference and event coverage nationwide.
A tux to match Giselle.
Consistent look to your corporate videos with the most reliable video company in the country.
And the red, bright red pants.
You know, ever since he's been with her, his hair.
Tony
Go back to the clean cut, Tom. Go back to the clean cut.
PrimeImageMedia.com.
I don't mind him going Grizzly Adams.
PrimeImageMedia.com.
What happens?
I do.
Transform the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
He's got too nice of a face, but I also don't like it when guys do long hair. That to me is just no.
Seriously, Boston Randy, can they not score?
Indianapolis 500 drivers.
They've held
You get the inaugural Grand Prix
Washington to 93 points for the past 5 minutes, and they've scored once. It's nonsense.
This is unlike anything you've seen before.
Were you all there for the last series? Because I wasn't expecting much from this one.
Between drivers
What are you talking about, for basketball?
Yeah.
Well, listen, the Wizards dispatched the Bulls pretty quick.
Yeah, but the Bulls don't have Rose.
Yeah, they still dispatched them pretty quick. And right now they're ahead, and I don't like the fact that they're ahead. But the Pacers could just be tired. The Wizards have had some rest.
Anyone could say that. Champions get over it.
Yay! Even the champion Bulls, when they were Michael Jordan's, they lost 2 games in a series. So settle yourself.
You want to come out swinging.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Wizards have never won in Banker's life, and you're going to let them do that now? They haven't won in 7 years of Banker's life.
Well, they're clearly on the path to do just that with 1:15 left in the fourth.
You got to come out swinging. With the way the last series went for the Pacers, they have to come out fighting. They can't.
What did I
be
say?
gassed at this point.
Oh, you weren't there Friday when I was talking about it. I truly believe that if they won the last series, they should be able to say to themselves, "We can do anything." And
you got. I mean, they have to get going.
Paige, would you like to give them a pep talk when we return?
Much more. They've got to get to the Eastern Conference Finals and then the actual finals.
Would you like to give them a pep talk?
I could.
All right, I'll give you your moment.
Selection of Mother's Day gift ideas.
Champions dig down deep, Tony Katz. Champions dig down deep.
Champions dig down deep.
I'm still here, aren't I? I'm tired. I don't phone it in.
Diamond earring she can wear every day. Come to Distinctive Diamonds and let our experts help you find the perfect way to let the mother in your life know how much she's appreciated. And get 12 months no-interest financing on any Mother's Day purchase.
Dad, can I have a baby brother?
Ask your mother.
Distinctive Diamonds. Mother's Day presents for everything you asked Mom to do. Keystone at the crossing beside the David Wolf Green Bridge.
When you buy windows for your home, you want to be sure that the best windows at the very best price. Hi, I'm Steve Davidson, local owner of Renewal by Andersen Replacement Windows. Your home is where you live, raise your family, and it's your largest investment. Renewal by Andersen windows are energy efficient, maintenance free, and backed by Andersen, a company that's manufactured the highest quality windows for over 110 years. And right now, I have a very special offer for you. Save $225 off every window and
2 minutes. This is a really long break.
Yeah, tell me about it.
There's never been a better time to buy. Just call 844-480.
It was already 5 minutes, and then we added the 30-second
to go from store to store.
spot, and then I think there was a 30-second promo.
480-4800.
Unnecessary.
480-4800. Renewal by Andersen. The very best windows for your home. And tell them Steve sent you.
We put the wow.
Oh, what is he doing? And I just saw the picture.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, you know what's worse is that it's like.
Wait, no, save it for the air.
On the front part.
Save it for the air. Save it for the air. Save it for the air.
Pat a fellow grower on the back to congratulate him.
Dude, what is with?
Nowadays, you see fellas.
Dude,
knuckles.
Are we doing Warner Todd Houston jokes?
Like the bump in yield potential you get with strategic.
Or Mark Warner jokes? Which one are we doing? Because both are hilarious. If you don't know Mark Warner or Warner Todd Houston, good friends of the show, very, very wonderfully decent people, and don't deserve anybody making fun of them, but it's happening. 94-87, 36 left in the fourth.
So put her there. Ask your dealer about including
Washington over Indiana. Can I tell you I'm in town and all those games are in Washington?
Healthy fields, higher yields. Learn more at Stratego Yield.
Now, are you in studio tomorrow?
What's that?
Are you in studio tomorrow?
No.
I'm Gary Dick.
I'm in studio Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and every day filled morning to evening. Like nothing you've ever seen before. How busy?
Take over the station.
Dude, I've got so much to do. On the 12th, I'm filling in for Dana in Indianapolis.
Tony Katz tonight. Follow Tony on Twitter @TonyKatz.
You are in.
So the latest update from our chat room is the Washington Wizards 96, the Pacers 87 with 36 seconds left in the fourth. Paige is very unhappy about this development.
I mean, do you want to win it or not?
Seriously, what the heck?
I mean,
Sports Mike, you have to call in, by the way, right now.
Right now.
Right now, son.
I mean, I just think if you really, I mean, I know, as you were saying in the break, you know, they're tired, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is that they've still got 2 more series to get through.
Can I just
and
say,
if you're tired at this point, you're not going to make it.
Can I just say, first of all, don't blah, blah, blah the Pacers. That's just,
I blah, blah, blah.
That's just,
blah,
that's
anyone
just,
I want to blah, blah, blah.
That's just rude.
I got red
Secondly,
in my hair, and I'm sassy.
you have what in your hair?
Some red.
What are you talking about?
I got some hair. My hair did this weekend.
You got your hair did?
I did.
You dyed your hair?
Well, my hair gal did, because I don't trust myself to dye it and make it look good.
You made yourself a redhead?
Not the whole thing. There's just red in my hair.
Just like a streak.
Well, streaks. There's not like one.
Oh, there's
streak.
streaks.
There are multiple streaks.
Well, I think this deserves a picture that should be put out on Twitter immediately, if not sooner.
I don't do selfies.
I think no, this isn't a selfie. Have Alex Brown take a picture of your head.
I think Alex.
No, Alex should take a picture of your head.
It wouldn't matter because right now it's in a ponytail.
Yeah, but Alex should take a picture of your head.
Just of my hair.
Yeah, just seriously, that should happen.
Here's my hair.
That's number one. Number two, I said on Friday, and you don't work on Fridays because you're a 1%er. Sure. I said on Friday that if the Pacers can get through that first round against the Hawks, taking them the number 8 seed, taking the number 1 seed to 7 games, then that should prove to the Pacers they can do anything. The update is Washington 96, Indiana, I should say, 90 with 32 seconds left, which is an eternity in basketball.
It really is.
You know, that 32 seconds could go on at least for another 15
all
minutes.
Night long.
Right. So this game is not over. I said they can get through anything, and what you're saying is that are you saying that they're not playing with enough heart? Is there anybody specifically you'd like to call out, a la Charles Barkley?
I'm not going to call anyone out, but I'm just saying you can't at this point, in order to make it, because part of getting the championship is just having the gas to go all the way, and you're not going to be able to make it if already you're tired in the second series.
So here you are.
You've had a night off. You better sleep it off and be ready to go.
So you're pulling a wooden right now. You're down in the crouch. You're on one knee. The team's all around you. They're tired. They're sweating. It's the last 20 seconds. They're not sure which way things are going to go. Paige, how do you inspire this team, these great Indiana Pacers?
I would just say, guys, this is on you. Do you want it or not? Because this is the moment we dig deep. This is the moment where we have to see what we're really made of. And champions are the people that can pull whatever they've got left, whatever little ounce they've got, and take it all the way to the end.
That was beautiful. That was so inspired.
Well, I mean, it just gets me. I mean, I'm not trying to be down on the Pacers, but it's like, guys, come on.
Yeah, now it's Washington 100, Indiana 93.
With 13 seconds.
Yes, that's a hard one to make up right there. And it's over.
Yeah.
And it's over.
We're
Game
gonna call
1
it.
in the books right there.
But see what I mean? I mean, if you can't, in your own house, where the crowd's with you, you've got all the energy, if you can't get it, the win, then what are you doing? You're not going to make it.
Right, you're not going to make it.
Because Miami's not going to let up on you.
No, they're not. King James is not going to let up on you.
Right.
Ray Allen from the outside's not going to let up on you.
Right.
They're not going to let the guy with the freaky haircut not going to let up on you. He might impale you, but he ain't going to let up on you.
I mean, it's just one of those things where you've got to find something, whatever it is that's going to motivate you to get the energy or what have you, the stamina.
Final score, by the way, Wizards 102, Pacers 96. Yeah. So listen, all I can say, Paige, is that clearly you need a coaching contract immediately, if not sooner.
Right. I've been saying this for years.
For
Give
years.
Me a sport, any sport, and I can get those people motivated.
Is this what you do? Or is that what you are naturally, Paige? You're a motivator?
Yes, absolutely.
Really?
With a little bit of sarcasm and sassiness that might just piss you off as well.
You know what? Because
sometimes that's the best motivator.
What I know about professional athletes, one of the things they love is sass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
they can give it.
Huge on sass. No, they love getting sass. Oh.
Well, if they would do their jobs, I won't be sassy.
Sass and sarcasm, that's what they need. That's what they live for.
They need motivational words. I'm not all. I've got a little bit of sugar with the spice, but I mean.
Wait, where was the sugar there? Did I miss said sugar?
When you lose, you don't get sugar. When you lose, you get the hard smack of reality that says, if you don't get the energy, you're not going to get this.
Okay, by the way, Boston Randy in the chat room, again, with it. Hibbert, 0 points. He was 0 for 2. Like, he didn't even take a shot. No rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks. He played for 18 minutes. I don't know what you do. He was rather strong in Game 7. I don't know what you do at this moment if you continue going through this. You survived the Hawks by the skin of your teeth. Isn't that the expression?
Barely. Yeah.
So can you survive the Wizards that way?
No.
With Hibbert up and down and up and down, what do you do? What's the plan now? Coach, what do you do?
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
You're Gene Hackman. Go.
I'm Gene Hackman. I don't know. I mean, that's one of those where do you bench him? Because if he's not going to get it done, maybe somebody else will step up.
Well, if you bench him, don't you have to change the entire way you play the game? Where's Conrad Brunner? Where's Sports Mike? Where's Sports Mike and where's Conrad? Can someone get me one of these guys?
So he doesn't have to keep talking to me about this?
No. It's just I need you solely for the motivation, but I don't know if I specifically trust you.
The analysis from someone
for
else.
which players you're gonna bench.
Well, I mean, here's my thing though: is if it's not working, what do you have to lose at this point?
Oh, this much is true, and I think that's the argument. It's not working. There's an issue there. And I don't know if benching him, you got to know your players, right? You got to know how they're going to respond. Does benching Hibbert, if that is, I mean, and right now this is a speculative conversation, which is usually not my style, but I'll go with it for the sake of the conversation. Is that something that's going to demoralize him or something that is going to rev him up? Or is it the recognition that he might actually need a day of rest? He may need it. Now, I'm not going to disagree with you, Paige, that these aren't the times where you need rest. This is why you play those 82 games, is so you can be there for this, because this is when you get paid.
Well, and I will say, like we saw a couple of years ago, when LeBron first made that transition to Miami and then they didn't get it, and everyone was expecting them to, is that you can't, one man can't do it. You got to have a team. But at the same time, if you're playing this horrible in the playoffs, I mean, what is going on? Where are you mentally?
Well, Paul George, 18 points, 4 for 17. 4 for 17. 6 rebounds, 5 assists. That's not going to get it done.
Well, and Washington's uniforms are tacky.
Oh, stop it! You went to uniforms. You were on such a roll of decency and actual understanding, and then you went to uniforms.
Well, I'm a woman still.
That doesn't mean anything. I don't.
It does to me.
Pat Summitt was a woman, and I swear to you, she never once thought about the uniforms.
I bet she did. She just kept it to herself.
Wow, that's a bold statement. More ahead. Keep it here, everybody. This is Tony Katz Tonight.
The sounds of spring.
I texted Sports Mike, but I haven't heard anything.
All right, let's see if Conrad's around.
And everyone's favorite. Things can change in an instant, so it's good to know where you can turn 24 hours to get the latest info.
There will be the potential of some isolated strong severe storms.
When spring storms hit,
The best chance of these severe storms will be from Indianapolis to the south.
we spring into action. 93 WIBC.
Well, hello there. It's Terry Stacy. You know, at the end of April, David, that's my husband, David and I went to the beach near Gulf Shores, Alabama. And guess who took their top off? David did. I cannot remember a time he didn't wear a T-shirt when we went to the beach, but I understand he's lost weight, he's seeing some muscle, he feels great. He probably is going to be leaving me pretty soon. He's getting his strength and he's getting his energy
I emailed
by
Conrad,
training 20 minutes once a week over at Bo Riley's.
You know who Hibbert needs to look to is Jack Bauer. That man doesn't even take a pee break in 24 hours.
Several of us talk about
And yet he still saves the world.
Smith loves it. It's a program like no other.
You're on
Just
a
20
roll.
minutes once a
Just
week.
go with
Visit
that.
exercising.com
I have so many important things to talk about, but this
understand
is
why it
just
works.
nuts.
Also check out 72-year-old Milton Flowers' story of success. Yes, 72 years old. And then give him a call to schedule a time to give it a try. Whatever your goals are, to lose weight, to get stronger, whatever your age, just give it a try. Do something for yourself 20 minutes once a week. Exercising.com.
Take a guess at what's on sale from Unique Home Solutions in May.
Triple pane windows and gutters?
That's right, but that's not all. What else do you think's on sale in May?
How about solid core Statement siding and 50-year roofs?
Right again, but that's still not everything.
Sounds like it's easier to say what Unique doesn't have on sale in May.
Everything Unique sells is on sale in May for 25% off. It's Unique's annual spring whole house sale.
Including my favorite kitchen and bath makeovers.
Including kitchen and bath makeovers too. And the 25% off includes labor.
Am I also right that you have free handyman service just for looking?
Right again. So take advantage of the whole house sale and call Unique.
Unique Home Solutions, 1-800-800-1971.
Well, you know that 87% of the U.S. population suffers from some foot-related problem. Plantar fasciitis, one of them, flat feet, bunions, the whole deal. But the difference is knowing that there's somebody there for you if you need them. And that's what Phyllis and I discovered. And this commercial, this arrangement, this relationship with the Good Feet folks is all about that. It's about people and high-quality products. Products that are designed to make a difference and that are installed, that are prescribed for you after a very...
You know what I don't know is more horrific going back to that picture?
What?
So you see the hair, but then you scroll down and you see the pants.
That's it's the pants that make it.
That'll happen if you go.
Oh my gosh, like I hadn't even seen that yet, and I was like, what is up with the hair? But then I scrolled down and I was like, whoa.
Nobody but Good Feet, as far as I can tell you, can do the things they do. Nothing's from over the counter at the drugstore. Oh no. So check them out today. Visit Good Feet today in Fishers on 96th Street in Southport, across from the Super Target at Avon, across from Meyer. Call them 1-800-NEW-FEET or visit online goodfeetindy.com.
Problem, you're sneezing, wheezing, it's dusty, yuck. Think you can have a clean, healthy home with a portable air purifier? You think wrong, my friend, because that only solves the problems in one room. With an Aprilaire air cleaner, you'll capture teensy tiny particles in every room of your home. Your heating and cooling specialist installs it and it's clean, it's healthy.
I told Conrad
Enjoy
just to
whole
call
home
in.
air quality solutions only with Aprilaire.
Go to
I got nobody right now.
to find a local indoor air quality
Jack Bauer's
specialist.
trending.
Aprilaire. Feel good inside.
Because Jack is back and he's kicking ass.
Go to MeridianMortgageSolutions.net and save hundreds each month.
Are they really making another Planet of the Apes movie?
Only Meridian Mortgage Solutions offers you little to no out-of-pocket closing costs and no payments till
Dawn of Apes.
Purchase or refinance. We have the perfect program for you.
Now you just
Call
talking
317
No, I'm watching the trailer right now.
or apply online at MeridianMortgageSolutions.net.
All loans and rates are subject to credit approval.
Well, I am cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
And conditions apply.
Crazy
Equal housing
talk.
lender. See lender for restrictions and details. NMLS number 2975.
I'm going to throw you an offer out there you can't refuse. This is Larry at Howald Heating. Here we go. Turn to the
He'll put a horse in your bed if you're not careful.
Howald. Get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash. $270 back from the gas company. We'll throw a free Comfort Fit service agreement and a 10-year part and labor warranty at you. I mean, this is better.
So are you going to see the Grand Prix?
Wow, that did it. Here they come.
Am I going to see the Grand Prix?
Yeah, the new race they're doing this year.
When are they doing it?
This weekend.
I didn't know.
I gotta go.
They're all making the right turns.
Cleaning eliminates ugly black.
Or they're doing a commemoration or something to get it ready for that.
Find them at IndianaExteriorCleaning.com. Get clean with Indiana Roof and Exterior Cleaning.
You're listening to Tony Katz Tonight. To talk to Tony, call 239-9393.
You're in.
So Paige doesn't know what she's more bothered by. The Pacers losing 102-96, I believe, was the score. Paul George, 18 points on 4 for 17 shooting. Hibbert, no points, 1 assist, 2 blocks. 102-96 was the score. Is she more upset about that or this photo of Tom Brady with his wife at the pre-Met Ball Bash, which is there in New York, and he has gone. Has he always been blonde? Because he's gone blonde.
He's like a dirty blonde
to
but
match
he's gone
her.
blonder.
He's got a faux hawk, which is like this quasi mohawk he has going on, and these bright red pants.
Stick to the jeans.
And by the way, they look like they're from a leisure suit. What kind of pants would those be?
They almost look, the way it's pictured here though, because of, I mean, it almost looks like it could be a skirt.
Yeah, but it's not. It's well, first of all, it would be a
know.
pencil skirt, and I don't think that's his style.
No,
he
it's
needs a little
not.
more movement. But it's the only thing good about this picture of him and his wife, the model Giselle, is that his hand is firmly on her ass.
Oh yeah.
Like there's
some major cuppage there.
There is no daylight. There is no daylight. It is an accentuation of the reason he married her to begin with.
Oh yeah.
But no, he doesn't look
Stupid.
real. Like he looks very Stepford.
Well, and he looks almost uncomfortable.
Overtly metrosexual, I think, is the term you're looking for. He looks overtly metrosexual, which you want to talk about things I'm opposed to? I am opposed to metrosexuals. Opposed. Now, do we all know what a metrosexual is? Do we know what that is? I believe in style. I believe in clothes making the man. No question about it. I am not a believer in being a slave to a trend. And the difference between style and slavery to a trend is very fine. In this situation, Tom Brady has gone over the line, Paige.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's too much. With the plaid, with the hair.
Yeah, it's a blue plaid shirt.
Choose what you want and go with that. Don't try to put it all together.
Bill, line 3, welcome Tony Katz tonight. Are you not a fan of the outfit?
Dropped.
Bill
just dropped. I'm sorry.
Bill did not like the outfit either. Listen, I think that when you have 3 rings and you've got all his money, you can pretty much do anything you want. But no,
Does he have 3 or does he have 2?
He has 3 rings.
I thought he had 2.
He has 3 rings.
Oh, I'm sorry.
First of all, let's give the man credit where it's due. He has 3 rings. You know what he looks like? He looks like Rocky from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah, I could see that.
That's totally what's happening right now with Tom Brady.
And that's usually not a movie that you think in broad daylight, I'm going to go out dressed like this.
Right. It has to be at least midnight.
I mean, the community college near the Starbucks that I worked at did Rocky Horror, and they'd all come in right after the last show, and it was like, oh, the first night, it was like, what's going on here? And then you remembered what's going on. But yeah, no, you don't go out at like 7 o'clock at night looking like that.
Did they really? They did the whole thing?
Oh my gosh.
Have you ever done Rocky Horror?
I've never done it. I've seen it, obviously, but I mean, I've never done it, but it just was funny to watch them all come in and, start singing. I was like, oh, you're going to do a show for us here. Well, okay.
I'll tell you, they're showing these pictures from this Met Ball, which I know very, very little about. But it's Kanye and Kim Kardashian, and Kim Kardashian managed to wear the only dress she possibly could that the low cut meets the high cut, and she's flashing her underwear at people. Like.
But that's what she does. She's trashy.
You know what? But I think that she's trying not to be.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's one angle that they show, like sideways, where you see pretty much all of her thigh. Like, if her thigh weren't so chunky, we would know everything.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with her thigh.
We could be her gynecologist.
Are you calling her fat? Did you just call her fat?
No, but you can see her thigh. I have thigh fat. All women do, except for the weird ones.
The weird ones. Can you name them, or do they all start with the name Gisele Bundchen?
Yes, all those supermodels who apparently can eat. You know, when she talks about, oh, I eat whatever I want, and I'm still whatever, Gisele. We all know you eat like a piece of toast for a week.
You hate just admit it now. Get it out of the way.
I do.
You hate her.
You know what? I do, because her attitude sucks. Not that mine is any better right now, but her attitude seriously sucks. Like after the Patriots lost to the Giants, and she was like, people have to catch the ball. It's like, just keep your mouth shut, honey. No one's paying to hear you. We just like to look at you. Just keep it shut. Button it up.
Wow. When we come back, maybe it'll be more of Paige just losing her skull. The latest on the Supreme Court ruling on religion. And I play a game of Connect the Dots. This has been on my mind for a while. I started talking about it last week. I started writing about it today and realized that this is a much bigger thesis than just a quick 400-word, just, simple column. This is a little deeper, and I want to practice it here. If you don't understand that in today's political arena, that the progressive really does hate you and has contempt for you and your existence, I'm going to prove it right here. This is Tony Katz Tonight.
Hey, sis, what was the name of that greenhouse Mom took you to last year?
Oh, you mean Butler's Wholesale Retail Greenhouses. She's been going there for years. They have the best ferns, and their geraniums hanging baskets are huge. They have over 25 varieties of hanging baskets, from $13.50 to $19.50. In fact, you can't beat their prices. They have annuals up to 48 count, including vegetable mix and match for $13. Their bedding geraniums are $15 for 36 plants.
Well, sounds great, but what about their quality?
Oh, their plants are gorgeous, and they let you shop all their greenhouses, 3.5 acres in all.
Well, how about getting together and taking Mom this weekend? Sounds good to me.
Butler Wholesale Retail Greenhouse, located at 2401 West Morris Street, only 2 miles from downtown. Open April 1st, 7 days a week. Give Butler's a call at 634-6067 or 370-2315. Butler's, where your gardening dollar goes yards further. Check them out on Facebook. Butler's Flowers and Plants.
Dad, can I have ice cream?
Ask your mother.
Dad, what's the square root of 452?
Ask your mother.
Dad, can I have new shoes?
Ask your mother.
You know it's true. The mom in your house is asked to do a lot. So thank her this year with a Mother's Day gift from Indy's own Distinctive Diamonds. The team at Distinctive Diamonds has put together an incredible selection of Mother's Day gift ideas. Something for any budget. Maybe a piece of fashion jewelry from our designer collection, or a birthstone ring, an eternity band, or a beautiful pair of diamond earrings she can wear every day. Come to Distinctive Diamonds and let our experts help you find the perfect way to let the mother in your life know how much she's appreciated. And get 12 months no-interest financing on any Mother's Day purchase.
Dad, can I have a baby brother?
Ask your mother.
Distinctive Diamonds. Mother's Day presents for everything you asked Mom to do. Keystone at the crossing beside the David Wolf Green Bridge.
Hey, it's Big Joe for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, A Comfortable Climate. Owner James Shockey has more than 20 years experience.
I've had time over that 20 years to encounter and learn and come across scenarios that normal heating and air companies may not come across. It gives me the experience to diagnose your problem and give you peace of mind to know that someone knows what they're doing when they're working on your system.
A Comfortable Climate invites you to celebrate the indoors with Comfort Plus rebates this spring on American Standard air equipment. Get more info at IndyHomeComfort.com or call 888-257-HEAT.
From the Plumbing, Heating, Paramedic Studios,
This is Central Indiana's news, weather, and traffic station.
93 WIBC, Indianapolis.
Fox News Radio 1 Bill Vitka. Failed leadership. It is the reason cited by the largest veterans group in the nation who demand the resignation of the head of the VA, Eric Shinseki.
National Commander of the American Legion, Daniel Dellinger, says report after report indicates incompetence and that some veterans are dying because of delays in care.
There needs to be a change, and that change needs to occur at the top.
Dr. Catherine Mitchell told Fox News that she was so concerned about medical care at a facility in Phoenix, she wanted their emergency room shut down.
There were so many near misses were occurring that there was no way that we could keep a handle on it.
Another whistleblowing doctor at the Phoenix facility said as many as 40 veterans have died because of the delays.
Fox Radio's Jessica Rosenthal. Representative Trey Gowdy has been named by Republicans to be the point man to investigate the 9/11 attacks in 2012 that killed 4 Americans in Benghazi, Libya. It's become a flashpoint between Republicans and Democrats. The GOP says the White House has been less than honest. Democrats say Republicans care more about conspiracy theories and political advantage than the actual attack. Civil war are words not to be used lightly in talking about Ukraine, but violence is escalating. The government in Kiev is sending an elite National Guard unit to Odessa to try to stop the spread of fighting between government troops and a pro-Russian militia.
In the center of Saviansk, ambulances hurtle through the streets, past the barricades, crossing bridges, taking the wounded to hospital. Others came in taxis and cars, some insisting on limping into hospital. Civilians have been killed and injured as well. The Ukrainian military have been taking casualties as well. A helicopter brought 3 hurt soldiers the short distance from the fighting to their camp. The helicopter was later shot down in the city.
Stuart Ramsey of Fox Sister Network Sky News. The Justice Department is reportedly close to getting a guilty plea from Credit Suisse over allegations the bank helped wealthy Americans evade taxes. Also, the Wall Street Journal says it'll cost $1 billion. You're listening to Fox News Radio, fair and balanced.
They all should be embarrassed. It's a real mess. What in the world was our government thinking? The news is breaking everything. Keeping a close eye on what's going on. Explosive story. There was a lockdown, and a horror broke loose. We are live.
Are these displaced people?
A desperate situation. What are we going to tell the American people? What's going to happen there? It sounds like war is inevitable.
Israelis want peace desperately.
Greta Van Susteren on the ground, chasing the real story and getting the truth. Nothing gets by Greta.
On the record, weeknights at 7 on the Fox News Channel.
Weeknights on Fox Business. They don't follow party lines. They don't accept the status quo. They don't do boring television. They are the independents, breaking through the clutter with a different point of view on the day's news. From politics to pop culture, social issues to international affairs, they're calling it like it is.
Cut the nonsense.
Kennedy, Matt Welch, and Camille Foster are the independents. Weeknights at 9, only on Fox Business.
Are you tired of painting your home every 3 to 5 years? Then stop painting forever. Hi, this is Jeff Pigeon. Thousands of Hoosier permanent coating customers have been extremely satisfied with our permanent solution to painting your home. Hoosier Permanent Coatings has a smart permanent coating system that lasts forever, and it's safe on the environment. A trusted award-winning family business for over 10 years, we provide a warranty on our work forever, and it's transferable too. A satisfaction and a money-back guarantee accompanies our Better Business Bureau Ethics Award. So if your home needs painting, you give Hoosier Permanent Coatings a call today at 8883-HOOSIER. That's 8883-HOOSIER, or visit IHatePainting.com. Call right now and find out how to get a $300 gift certificate with your first meeting. Call 8883-HOOSIER or visit IHatePainting.com. Hoosier Permanent Coating.
I'm Alex Brown in the 93 WIBC 24-hour news center. A man has been charged with murder and 2 others have been charged with helping him in connection with the death of a man whose body was found in Henry County last month. Edward Thompson is charged with killing 23-year-old Zachary Suits of Indianapolis, whose body was found April 13th in Montgomery Creek. Melissa Joy York and Jessica Jo Duncan are charged with assisting Thompson. Duncan told police that the killing was in retaliation for Suits stealing some shotguns from her grandfather. Tuesday is primary day, and voters voters in a whole lot of counties are going to vote centers instead of the traditional precincts.
It's the second straight election the number of vote center counties has more than doubled. Instead of requiring voters to cast ballots in a specific precinct, 16 counties will let them vote at any of a small number of centralized locations.
You have to use fewer poll workers. That's the big savings. The delivery of the absentee ballots that come in between the time the inspectors pick up the supplies and voting ends, that doesn't have to happen because there's an electronic poll book.
Secretary of State Connie Lawson will look in on vote centers in 6 northern Indiana counties on primary day. Most counties are sticking with precincts, but Lawson says some are considering a changeover next year when city and town elections will allow them to start small. Eric Berman, 93 WIBC News.
The national commander of the American Legion wants the Secretary of Veterans Affairs to resign over problems at VA hospitals that may have led to deaths of patients. At Legion headquarters here in Indianapolis, Daniel Dellinger talked about what he called a pattern of scandals, secret waiting lists, delayed care, misdiagnosis of ailments, and falsification of medical records at VA medical centers across the country.
Have you checked your mailbox?
On demand at WIBC.com.
At work, I didn't know I had one.
The American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Are you telling me that you've never checked your box there where they put the mail slot?
I don't even know where it's at.
Right there where the coffee is in the middle.
Oh yeah, no.
TV6
Yeah, you've had a swag there waiting from me for over a week.
Oh well, thanks. Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tony Katz Tonight.
You are
Tony Katz Tonight. Great to be with all of you. 317-239-9393, toll free 800-571-9422. So a thesis, if you will. I've been, working on it for a while, I guess. It got announced that Congressman Trey Gowdy, South Carolina, will be chairing the Benghazi Select Committee. He is going to be leading the charge into the investigation of the attack at the embassy that led to the murder of Ambassador Chris Stevens, of Navy SEALs Tyrone Woods and Glenn Doherty, and Forest Service agent Sean Smith. As Speaker Boehner said this afternoon, with 4 of our countrymen killed at the hands of terrorists, the American people want answers, accountability, and justice. Trey Gowdy is as dogged, focused, and serious-minded as they come. Admittedly, the worst haircut in all of America. Naked DC has a fantastic story about that, nakeddc.com. Our dear friend Emily Zanotti over there. Gowdy said he was honored to serve as chairman. While people are free to draw different conclusions from the facts, he says, there should be no debate over whether the American public is entitled to have all of the facts. Now, Benghazi has come back into circulation because the emails have come out detailing clearly that the talking point being used about a video being the impetus for the attacks was not only misleading, but it was false. That talking point, which was discussed by then Ambassador to the UN Susan Rice on all of the morning shows, did not come from the CIA, but rather came from the White House itself. Ben Rhodes is the guy in the White House, in the communications department, did strategic communications from what I know, who put that out there. Make sure you discuss it as the video and not a possible failure or policy issue. That was the note. When information first came out and was first disclosed, this email was not a part of that initial disclosure. It came later as part of a Freedom of Information request. And by the way, it's known as a FOIA request. One of the great things to know is that anybody can do a FOIA request. Freedom of information is freedom of information. You do not need to be a journalist or work for any type of news organization in order to get a Freedom of Information request. You can ask for it. It's information from your government. You are entitled to get it. They want to then block you from getting it and claiming either executive privilege on one hand or national security on the other. That in and of itself could be interesting. But it's not just for reporters, not just for radio hosts, not just for somebody who's got a think tank on XYZ subject. It's for we the people. So we now know that the talking points came from the White House. Yet when there was more and more inquiry into Benghazi from people, for example, Sharyl Attkisson, the former CBS reporter, she was not able to dig as deep as she wanted to. She had been asked, why are you being a troublemaker? We come to understand that Ben Rhodes, who wrote that we should be blaming the video, is the brother of David Rhodes, the president of CBS News. So you start to understand why CBS doesn't take a strong interest in Benghazi. But you could say that that's a brother protecting a brother. It might be wrong. It's totally wrong. It's disgusting and despicable and wrong. But you could say that's a brother protecting a brother. But what of everybody else? This is the part that got to me. And there were a couple of things that took place. A couple of things that happened. Let me give you a few of them. You have, in just the span of a week, on Benghazi, you have a look at Jay Carney, the White House press secretary, speaking and trying to belittle ABC's Jonathan Karl, who took Carney to task about this email and why it wasn't part of the earlier disclosures. Jay Carney saying things like, you sound like you're jet lagged, you're not making any sense. Trying to discredit him on every turn, flummoxed and upset, yet speaking to Jonathan Karl as if he was a child. You have the former NSC spokesman Tommy Vietor, I think that's how you pronounce his last name, speaking to Bret Baier of Fox News over the Benghazi timeline, discussing the Benghazi timeline, and when asked a pointed question by Bret Baier, Tommy Vietor said, dude, that was like 2 years ago. Dude, 4 dead Americans, dude, that was like 2 years ago. Unbelievable, he thinks, that Bret Baier would bring it up. Then you have Congressman Democrat Adam Schiff from this part of the world. He's from the Pasadena area, who has stated quite clearly that the push, the desire to look into Benghazi is a waste of time. He calls it a red herring. And if I have this right, he is calling for Democrats to boycott this new committee. This committee that is based on finding out, that is tasked with finding out who knew what, when, where, and why, what really happened. He doesn't think Democrats should be a part of it. The constant theme that runs through it is contempt. Democrats have contempt. You see, you often hear me say that the hardcore leftist progressive hates you for who you are and what you believe. But most importantly, they hate you for not thinking like they do. But we can see through these 3 examples, Congressman Schiff calling for a boycott of this committee. You have Jay Carney going after Jonathan Karl and the way he responds to Jonathan Karl. Tommy Vietor saying, dude, that was like 2 years ago, to Bret Baier on a conversation in Benghazi. That is contempt. They cannot believe that there are people out there who will actually go forward with this kind of nonsense. Haven't we already said it's over? Haven't we already said it's in the past? How dare you bring it up again? How dare you bring this to the light of day? How dare you have a conversation about this? How dare you, Brett Baer, ask me, Tommy Veeder, what I remember and when? Who do you think you are? Do you know who I am? Are you talking to me? Jay Carney's stunned that he might get asked a question about this. And a sitting congressman is telling you he does not value the idea of finding answers or the truth. It's not about protection, although it is about protecting their party. It's not about supporting their president, though it is about supporting their president. It is deep down. They do not believe that you should be entitled to the rights that they have. You should not be entitled to ask the questions they may one day ask of somebody else. You should sit quietly. You should sit in the corner. You should wait your turn. You should ask respectfully. You should wait until called upon and then ask softball questions. Like, what's your favorite movie? Or what's the best part about being president? I mean, they think questions should go like that. They think that's how everybody should speak to them, or to the president, etc. They are so beyond afraid of answering a hard question, of getting to the truth. They find it disgusting that you think it's okay. The contempt is palpable and it's growing and it is dangerous. We are now to the stage when you could say, dude, that was like 2 years ago. That's the sign of a dangerous individual. And when Congressman Schiff can say we should boycott a committee, that's a man who is so afraid of the truth. It's dangerous for those of us who actually believe in the rule of law, who believe in decency. More ahead. This is Tony Katz Tonight.
You got a lot of things to remember in the morning.
I just need to know what segment.
Don't forget your lunch money.
I don't know what you're talking
My
about.
purse at home.
For Mike.
Is anyone on my phone? No worries.
Good morning.
Good mornings begin with good information.
Heavier traffic now building.
Traffic and weather together on the 5s.
Then the cold front is going to come.
And everything else you need to know in between on Indy's Morning News. 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
Hey, it's the chicks on the right here to tell you about our spring cleaning heroes at Zero Res Care.
Yep, now is the best time to clean up, and that means calling Zero Res.
Only Zero Res cleans green using their empowered water technology, and there's no residue left behind, and your carpets stay cleaner longer.
Plus, you shouldn't just clean.
It's always difficult to work out
You call Zero Res because
Segment 3.
home healthy and clean, getting rid of all the bacteria.
It's always difficult to work out a thesis on the air, but I find it's the only place where I can really do it. Like, I can kind of talk it out and hear what it sounds like. And I haven't figured out if contempt is the right word.
And don't
But
forget,
it is.
Zero Res cleans upholstery, countertops, and tile floors too, with no soaps, shampoos, surfactants, or any other chemicals.
That number again is 3.
They are stunned by the idea
ZeroResIndy.com and tell them the chicks on the right sent you.
Don't
that
forget, spelled forwards or backwards,
that you should have the right to question them.
If you need reliable, high-quality video production,
That you
look
just
no
won't let it
further
go.
than PrimeImageMedia.com. PrimeImageMedia.com provides promotional videos, training videos, and conference and event coverage nationwide. Get a high-quality, consistent
I wonder
look
if
to
there's
your
a synonym
corporate
that
videos
works.
with the most reliable video company in the country. Visit PrimeImageMedia.com today to learn more. Mention Tony Katz and
Miss
get 10%
Prisian?
off your first production. That's PrimeImageMedia.com.
Miss Prison.
PrimeImageMedia.com.
Miss
Persons
Prisian.
needed for dental study. Needed are persons 18 to 65 years old who have generally healthy mouths and want to become a part of a panel of persons periodically called to participate in studies to test dental products. Potential panelists will be paid $25 cash for attending a screening visit, whether they qualify or not. Once qualified, panelists participating in future dental studies will be
No,
paid
it's
for their
contempt.
participation.
It's totally contempt.
Generally $100 for every hour test day. To learn more about how to be a part of the dental study panel, please call 317-274-3740 and ask to speak with a representative of the Palatal Appliance Panel, or email us at ds-ohri@iu.edu. That's 274-3740, 274-3740, or ds-ohri@iu.edu. Springtime in Indy, and after a brutal winter, do what Patty did. Call Rhino Shield.
What motivated me to call was two projects that we had at our house. The summers would come and go.
Well, that's just it, Jimmy.
Got to get these two things painted.
They are arrogant. I don't say no, but it's...
How we got involved with Rhino Shield.
Like, sometimes there's a better word for it. You just got to find it. I mean, I'm going to go through this, and you tell me which one it is. I'm just going to wait for to go back on the air. But every word works. But I'm waiting for. I can't be the only one who does this. I know that I'm on the right thesis, but I feel that there's something. There's a connector missing, just from my own vocabulary. That once I get it, once I have that word, I can make it a relatable concept. And that's what I'm looking for. It's there somewhere.
Hoosiers are caring for an aging parent or loved one, helping them to live independently in their own homes. While they wouldn't have it any other way, these family caregivers have a huge.
And it could be animosity.
That's why AARP is fighting
right?
for common sense steps that will make a world of difference.
But it's about how you relate it out, and that's the part where working it out on the air, I think, is wicked dangerous. But it's the only way I know how to do it. Like, how do you? I mean, God bless the people who could sit there with a blank page and type until they figure it out. I gotta do this.
Now during our Menard Day sale, save big on a great selection of landscape products. Brighten your home's exterior with outdoor lights by Heath Zenith. Choose from a fantastic selection.
Invidiousness. What is invidiousness?
Save big on a LED floodlight by Heath Zenith that automatically turns on at dusk and off at dawn. On sale now at Menards for just $44.99.
Save big money at Menards.
Know your options. Visit the Second Opinion Clinic at Franciscan St. Francis Health Cancer Center to discuss your diagnosis and make sure you're getting the most advanced cancer treatment.
I'm Gary Dick. Inside Indiana Business Radio provides the breaking news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:40 a.m. and 5:35 p.m. on WIBC.
You're listening to Tony Katz tonight. To talk to Tony, call 239-9393.
You are in.
So, by the way, contempt, a feeling that someone or something is not worthy of any respect or approval, a lack of respect for or fear of something that is usually respected or feared, the act of despising, the lack of respect or reverence for something, the state of being despised, willful disobedience to or open disrespect of a court, judge, or legislative body. All definitions of contempt. And I was saying with the chat room, we were going over it there at TonyKatz.com. It's never easy to work these things out on the air in terms of this thesis, but and also people steal. I'm noticing this a little bit lately. I'll get into that another day. But it's seriously, you know, where they said was the imitation is the best form of flattery page? Is that what they say? Yeah. That's all horse crap. This is just straight out theft. But it's about how do you make it relatable? How do you make it as the thing that you could put it out there and people immediately grasp on and say exactly, it's exactly how I feel, and there's a way to use the word. So I'm not sure if it's contempt, and I'm going through words: abhorrence, abomination, detestation, hate, hatred, loathing, lovelessness, cattiness, hatefulness, malevolence, malice, maliciousness, malignancy. I'm going through the entire list here. Hostility, jealousy, resentment, rancor. There's a list of all the related words. I'm like, no, none of them are flying for me. But I'll find it. I'll figure it out. But it is contempt. today's Democrat does not believe that you have the right to question them. They don't believe it. They don't value free speech. They value no speech. That's literally what they value. It's not that they don't value a specific kind of speech. They don't want to hear anything. They want to be locked in their tower, only spoon-fed the stuff they already agree with. They do not want debate. They do not want conversation. And when you question what it is they've said because you've caught them in a lie, how dare you notice? It's contempt. Let me go to the phones real quick. Let me go to Dave on line one. Dave, welcome to Tony Katz Tonight. What's up, Dave?
Good evening, Tony.
Hey, man.
The comment, dude, would be a little more appropriate coming from the other side of the table. That is in response to the way these folks dismissively handle any reasonable question about what they're doing or how they're doing what they're doing, and so they're the ones who deserve that sort of moniker of dude, what are you talking about? And you listen to the way they handle a serious question, and that is so beneath the dignity of what should be that office.
Oh, now let's grab a drink and talk this one out for a second, because you're on a whole new subject. I'm agreeing with you. What I'm saying is you've gone to the next step. The first step is how they deal with anybody who disagrees with the official line, even though the facts prove that the official line. Hold on. Let me agree with you for a second. The first problem is that anybody would disagree with the official line, even though we see clearly that the official line is a lie. It didn't come from CIA talking points. It is a lie to say anything except it came from the White House. It came from White House sources. That's where it came from, this idea of blaming the video. What you're saying, if I'm understanding you, and I believe I am, is that this entire line of response, this entire way, this entire style is beneath the dignity of the office, which is to say that we pine for and yearn for the days or the day coming when we can respect the office again. And that may be a very interesting part of it. By asking the question, by focusing the question, by not accepting the line, they know that we're on to the game, that they have disrespected the office. And we, regardless of where we fall on the political line, where we are in the political spectrum, we want to respect the office. We're searching to respect the office. We are dying to find a way to respect the office again. And right now we can't. And every time we're looking for a little honesty, we're looking for a little truth, we're looking for a little decency. When we have caught you dead to rights, we see it. You are your hand in the cookie jar. You look at us like we're crazy, and you speak to us like we're crazier, like we're indecent, like we're worthless.
Amen, Brother Katz.
I think what you're saying, Dave, is exactly that second step that hits everybody. When you see guys in Hollywood who are now talking about Rob Schneider, the comic actor, we're on the slide to fascism. You could not have heard that X number of years ago, and that's not an attack specifically on Obama, even though it is. It's an idea of we don't want to go there. That's the thing that we're trying to avoid. It's not an attack, it's a warning. Can we please heed the warning? Dave, I think you make great sense. I'm glad you called. More ahead. This is Tony Katz Tonight.
This hour is powered by Indiana Roof and Exterior Cleaning. IndianaExteriorCleaning.com.
What happens when you transform
Jimmy,
the Indianapolis Motor Speedway's
that's the story.
Oval into a 2.4 mile
That's what it means.
14 heart-pounding turns? Then unleash your favorite Indianapolis 500 drivers.
They're not upset that we know the truth. They're upset that we're searching for something better. That, in a bow. That's it.
This is unlike
That's it.
anything you've seen before.
That's
more
total.
high-speed passing, more thrilling battles, more intense rivalries between drivers like Castroneves, Canaan, Dixon, Andretti, Montoya, and more. Here's to glory, adrenaline, and flat-out speed. Here's to a new tradition.
I'll be right
Here's
back.
to your new stories to tell. Witness the Verizon IndyCar Series first ever Grand Prix of Indianapolis, Saturday, May 10th. Tickets start at only $25. Get yours at ims.com. But hurry, because they're going fast.
If you need reliable, high-quality video production, look no further than PrimeImageMedia.com. PrimeImageMedia.com provides promotional videos, training videos, and conference and event coverage nationwide. Get a high-quality, consistent look to your corporate videos with the most reliable video company in the country. Visit PrimeImageMedia.com today to learn more. Mention Tony Katz and get 10% off your first production. That's PrimeImageMedia.com. PrimeImageMedia.com.
Whether I'm training for a marathon, kickboxing, or lifting, I train to add muscle and build my inner strength. I'm always working to increase my reps and beat my own best time. I am proud that I was born this way, driven. That's why I serve in the United States Coast Guard. You can find me on a Coast Guard cutter, along with my shipmates, who are a lot like me, driven and committed to our country and the safety of our citizens. We collect maritime intelligence. We catch drug smugglers approaching our coasts, and we're ready to respond to emergency.
That's a good one, David Payton. You don't want to go there, buddy.
24/7, no matter our mission, we expect the very best from each other. We were born for this. We were born for the Coast Guard.
Were you born ready for the Coast Guard? Learn more at GoCoastGuard.com.
Sponsored by the United States Coast Guard in cooperation with the Indiana Broadcasters Association and this station.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis has been solving garage door problems for 33 years. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services
That's
all
it.
makes of garage doors 24 hours a
All
day.
right.
7
Successful
days a
day.
week. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577. Service today.
A gold medal win at the Tchaikovsky competition. Every Hilbert Circle Theater appearance brings the audience to its feet. Now, Barry Douglas returns to the Indianapolis Symphony to perform the music of Mozart.
I feel like the chat room is like a minute behind for me. I don't want it. Why is that, Paige?
Barry Douglas plays Mozart's Piano Concerto No. 25, then conducts Beethoven's Fourth Symphony.
No problem. I will go to Patrick on the line, and I will just pick up a little bit on this.
Visit IndianapolisSymphony.org or call 317-639.
Because I have another good one on Contempt.
May 16th and 17th at the Hilbert Circle Theater, Beethoven and Mozart with Barry Douglas and the Indianapolis Symphony.
All right, Mike is on the line, so you're going to go to Patrick, then Mike.
Yeah, something like that.
Take a guess at what's on sale from Unique Home Solutions.
Something like that, lady.
Windows and gutters?
That's right, but that's not all.
Don't you lady me.
How about
Look here, kitten.
statement siding and 50-year roofs?
You just hold up, Cha-Cha.
That's still not everything.
I can make the rest of the show a living hell for you.
By the way, I think Cha-Cha might be the greatest thing I've ever said on the air. Seriously. Like, kitten is probably rude, but I did it in the guise of Frank, so it worked. I would never call you kitten, but Cha-Cha, hot damn.
I think I should start singing America from West Side Story.
You can.
I believe the gal who played Anita was named Cha-Cha in the movie. I might be off on that though.
We have to. We will get you a stinger program. I will make that happen. I can make them spend money.
Then can you get them to update from AV to Scott?
What was that?
I want a new computer system.
Oh, yeah, seriously, calm yourself down.
Well, Well, you said you could get them to spend money.
I said I can get the program. That's what I can get. All right?
This is another program. It would benefit the entire station.
How about you say thank you on the first one,
I did. Thank you.
and then just simmer down now.
Video fun with a touch of snark and smothered in awesome sauce. The chicks on the right keep you laughing. Presented by Indy Tire on WIBC.com. To talk to Tony Katz, call 800-571-9422 or 239-9393. This is Tony Katz Tonight.
You're in.
All right, Cha-Cha. Don't ask everybody. By the way, quick example of the contempt. And that's it, by the way. That's what I was looking for. And I thank the caller. It is contempt, but it is a defensiveness. If people are striving for better, but they don't want better. They want this. When people want to know the truth about Benghazi, it's because they want to know the truth. They want to know the better. The Democrats don't want better. They want this. That's the problem. It's going to take me a little while to put it all together, but breakthrough tonight. Thank you, everybody. Fantastic. Let me go to the phones really quickly. Let me go to Patrick. Welcome to Tony Katz Tonight. What's up, Patrick?
Oh, well enough, Mr. Katz. I see you luckily as ever.
You know what? I mean, so I know that guys come on the air and they've got all the things that they're going to say, and they try and make it sound like they're the most brilliant guy in the room. Sometimes, man, I'm just trying to work it out.
I understand, and it took me a while to get to what I was thinking to as well. I think what we're looking at here is the severe case of apathy. They really don't care. I mean, if you ever look at any of the old dude stereotypes, you usually hear the whole dude that's like so a while ago. That's for someone who really doesn't care is being forced to respond to it.
Allow me to disagree with the thesis. Let me disagree for two reasons for you, and I appreciate the phone call. Number one, apathy. If the way you mean it, saying they don't care, is not true, because they very much do care. They just don't care about what you care about. But they absolutely care. They just don't care about what you care about. They care about their agenda. No, it is not apathy that they would engage Solyndra, right? And allow Solyndra, which is a company that no rational human being should have invested in. The Bush administration already said, we investigated this. If you invest money in this, you're crazy. And they were close and didn't do it. $535 million. And you put certain stockholders of Solyndra ahead of the American people in getting paid back. That's not apathy. That is the want. That's what they wanted. So to say that they don't care isn't true. They absolutely, positively do care. And I'm forgetting the second. He had brought up a second point that I wanted to get to, but it all goes back to the idea that what we want more than anything is a level of decency. We want to know the truth, and that there's a congressman out there who is opposed to the idea of the truth, of finding it out, of discussing it out, is afraid of the conversation. That's beneath us. So when they hear people come back at them, you had mentioned here's where it was. The guy who said, dude, that's not apathy. That's contempt. That's hate. That's disgust. That is thinking so little of the person you're speaking to that you will speak down to them. It is dismissive. If he could have said, take him away, Tommy Vito would have said, take him away. It's like when they ask a question to Congressman Hare, the Democrat, about the Constitution, or Nancy Pelosi about the constitutionality of Obamacare. She'll say something like, are you joking? That's being dismissive. No actual response or answer to the question at hand. It is, if you will, an Alinsky tactic. Ridicule is man's most potent weapon. It is rule number 5. That's what it was. That's not apathy. That is designed tactic to dismiss. Now, apathy, according to Page, is what the Pacers did tonight in losing to the Washington Wizards. Sports Mike joins us right now. Mike, Page says that they don't know how to dig deep in this 102-96 loss. What do you say?
I'm kind of with Sports Page at this point. I mean, it's hard to disagree right now. I mean, this is the one thing that the Pacers did really well when they were playing well early in the season. They honestly were a terrible first half team, but the third quarter was always their quarter. They'd come out and they'd outscore somebody 32-13, and they'd put the game away, and you knew the third quarter was going to be their quarter. Well, I mean, tonight they didn't do that. They came back. Fourth quarter, they looked all right, but it was too late. So this is a team that's been a mess. Obviously, everybody knows they've been a mess. They were lucky to get past Atlanta, and it's still a team in disarray. I mean, Roy Hibbert is absolutely lost.
So let's talk about this for a second. Hold on. Let's talk about Roy Hibbert. Goose egg, no points, 0 for 2 from the field, 1 rebound, 2 assists. I think it went. I don't
think he had a rebound.
Oh, I think he had
points, no rebounds, and 5 fouls in the game.
Do you bench him? And what kind of offense do you run if he's not on the court?
I think you have to bench him at this point because at this point he's providing you absolutely nothing. And at this point you're better off, I think, with him on the bench. I mean, I don't know what else you can do besides that because he, for some unknown reason, the wheels have completely come off, and it's come off at the time. When he made those public comments where he said people are being selfish on the team, ever since he publicly said that, it's been his game that has gone downhill, which is a little strange. He's the one who came out and said, hey, there's been some selfish play on this team, but it's actually the wheels have come off his game. So I think you have to bench him. There's no other recourse at this point. You can't have a guy who's an all-star center going out there and having 5 personal fouls, no rebounds with his size, no rebounds, no points. I mean, you're
now
getting nothing.
Speaking of points, and maybe the two things are related. Paul George, 4 for 17 with 6 rebounds and 5 steals. I think it was, or 5 assists. 18 points in the game is not going to do it from your star.
No, and I agree. And I'll be honest with you, the one thing I understood why they did it at the time, the trade with Danny Granger and Evan Turner. I understood why they did it, but I'll be honest with you, I never liked it from the beginning, from the time they did the trade. And the reason I didn't like it was because I think Danny Granger was one of those guys who was great in the room. He might not have been on the score sheet a guy who was going to get you 18 or 16 anymore, or 30 or 27 when he was an all-star. But I think Paul George leaned on him a little more in the room than I think we all knew. And I think Paul George's game has regressed a little bit without Danny Granger to kind of lean on a little bit. I think Paul George leaned on him a little more than we all believed that he did. And I think that now Paul George is kind of on his own as far as finding himself, and he's going to have to do that now. He doesn't have that veteran to lean on that he had in Danny Granger. I think those two are a little closer than I think sometimes people might have believed. And he's going to have to find it in himself now because he doesn't have that guy. Not to say Evan Turner's bad in the room. I'm not trying to say that. What I'm saying is sometimes you have that veteran glue guy who might not show up on the score sheet. I think Danny Granger was acting as that guy right at the early part of the season.
In 30 seconds or less, you're Frank Vogel. What do you do?
I think you just have to keep putting out your best guys at this point, and right now Roy Hibbert isn't one of your best guys. I think you just have to keep playing your best guys and hoping that the talent of Lance Stevenson, the talent of Paul George, and the tremendous leadership of David West leads you past this team. The problem is the Wizards are a bad matchup for them just the way the talks were, because the Wizards play a lot like the Phoenix Suns, and the Suns absolutely blew the Pacers out when they played them earlier this year. It's a bad matchup.
Well, it's a bad matchup that they might not get past. Down 1-0. The next game, of course, in Indiana, and then they're off to D.C. I don't see them going. If they go 0-2, I don't see them pulling out enough games to bring it back. Do you?
No, you can't. You can't go down 0-2. I think to this. Not that the Wizards or the Heat or anything. I'm not trying to say they're that great or anything, but I think it's one of those demoralizing things. I mean, once you get beaten down by the Hawks and you have to come back, you can only come back so many times. I mean, and so you're right. If they get down 0-2, that's a tough road to hoe.
Sports Mike at Thompson, THOMSEN 500 on Twitter. We're going to talk Indy when I'm in town on Thursday and Friday. That's going to happen.
I'm looking forward to it.
More ahead. Keep it here, everybody. This is Tony Katz Tonight.
93 WIBC.
We have to get to the bottom of this.
There's no conspiracy here at all. Go explain to the family members how it's okay
4 minutes.
for the White House to withhold information from the Congress and the American people.
Another news update is just minutes away.
President Obama talks tough about Vladimir Putin.
So see, I'm not the only coach benching him.
Bag groups are not peaceful protesters.
Not just the talking points.
Feliz Cinco de Mayo, party on.
On the level, on the go. 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
This Saturday, 70 Indiana World War II veterans will fly free of charge to Washington, D.C. to see the memorial that they earned 7 decades ago. The World War II memorial was not dedicated until 2004. Those of us at Indy Honor Flight realize the importance of this trip to the men and women who proudly served our country so many years ago. You can be a part of this memorable day by coming out to the airport this Saturday, May 10th, around 8 p.m. Here's your opportunity to say welcome home and thank you to our nation's greatest generation. And we appreciate B&W Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning for helping us get this message out.
Hey, it's Big Joe for your trusted local independent America's Standard Heating and Air Conditioning dealer, B&W Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. One of the owners, Dave Machine,
I
says
just
it's
posted you a
important to be
question in the
hands-on every
super
day.
secret
We take
chat.
a lot of pride in that, to where we are the people that's on the phone talking to a lot of the customers. So when they call and they have a question or they just want to learn about something, then we're the ones that they're talking to, and people really appreciate that.
B&W Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning invites you to celebrate the indoors with Comfort Plus rebates this spring on American Standard air equipment. Get more info at IndyHomeComfort.com or call 243-3581.
All right, my friends, clinical studies have shown that orthotics, arch supports, reduce foot and back pain for people who stand for long periods of time. And who doesn't do that, moms? If you've ever noticed that arch supports don't fit your shoes because you bought them at the grocery store, Good Feet fixes that problem. Good Feet arch supports are personally fit to your feet based on your arch size, your activities, and the shoes that you wear. The arch supports that come from Good Feet are constructed using only the highest quality materials, proudly manufactured in the U.S. of A. I can tell you from our experience of going to see these folks, it's so important that they didn't just know their product, they knew us. They knew us by the examinations and the studies they did on our feet while we were right there in the store. Came away with fixes that made us better all at once. I can't tell you what a difference it makes to go to people that good the first time out. Visit Good Feet today in Fishers on 96th Street, Southport across from Super Target, and Avon across from the Meijer. Call them at 800-NEW-FEET or visit online goodfeetindy.com. 800-639-3338, goodfeetindy.com.
Got a tax problem? If so, please listen to this important message. The IRS and state collectors can legally come after much of what you own and will take all necessary action to collect any unpaid taxes. If you have unfiled tax returns, have been issued a wage garnishment, are being audited, or owe the IRS or state more than $10,000, 911 Tax Relief can help. Our expert team of tax professionals can immediately protect you from the IRS and will provide you a free confidential tax analysis showing you the best resolution to your problem, guaranteed. You may qualify to have up to 90% taken off the amount you will owe, have all collection activities against you stopped, or for other IRS programs.
1 minute.
You may even qualify to not have to pay the IRS a single penny. It's critical you get the right information to protect yourself, so call now for a free tax analysis. Dial 800-654-5464, 800-654-5464. That's 800-654-5464.
Just 12 weeks after having his hip replaced, John was back in the saddle on the mountain trails of Arizona. John's recovery time was reduced significantly thanks to Dr. Brad Prather, one of only a few orthopedic specialists in central Indiana performing the anterior hip replacement. Talk with a Hendricks Regional Health Orthopedic Surgeon at a free seminar. Register at hendricks.org/joints.
Indiana Roof and Exterior Cleaning safely cleans and seals your deck,
concrete, or your home's exterior. Check out Indiana Roof and Exterior Cleaning Services at indianaexteriorcleaning.com.
To talk to Tony Katz, call 800-571-9422 or 239-9393. This is Tony Katz Tonight.
You're in.
So it's a huge day tomorrow at WIBC. So first, there's everything having to do with the race, and as a guy who isn't familiar with it, seriously, every hour I'm getting something from the station saying, don't forget this and don't forget that. The stuff that WIBC does for the race is insane. Sports Mike, he's still recovering from the car accident. He has done more interviews with racing legends, with racing historians that's going to be playing. It's stunning, the amount of information, the amount of family connections. It's crazy.
Well, and Mike knows so many of them, too. Like, when he was in studio, he'd be like, yeah, I hung out with this guy. He let me drive around in this car.
Yeah, he knows everybody.
So funny.
It's unbelievable. So IBC is the home of the Indianapolis 500. And if you go to the contest page of WIBC, wibc.com/contests, you can win 500 themed prizes. There are ticket packs to the track, to the qualifications, Carb Day, the race. And you can also win tickets to see the 500 Festival Parade. It is completely free to enter at the contest page at WIBC.com. So there's that. And then tomorrow is Election Day. So there's going to be live coverage. It's Abdul, and I'm not even sure who else is doing that coverage. And they're doing it all night. Like when we come on, that's when it'll be done.
And they're having me come in early.
Really?
Yeah, to help with calling the winners, getting their, asking them questions, getting them recorded.
Well, look at
putting
you.
News briefs together.
Look at you. So if anything is undecided, which right now, from the looks at it, I don't think anything's going to be undecided. I think that there's going to be clear winners. We're going to continue it. If it gets to us and we don't have winners, we'll be covering it all night, and how that goes and how that plays, any surprises, whatever, we'll have all that breakdown tomorrow, right here.
Will be me winning.
Are you running?
No.
You should run.
That's why I say it's a surprise.
You should run. You should run for something just to see what happens.
Just to do it.
Just to see what happens. So full election coverage tomorrow, WIBC, 93.1 FM, and then of course home of the Indianapolis 500. Everything you'd ever want to win. Whether it's tickets to the race or all sorts of stuff, WIBC.com/contests, plural. Don't put contest, you'll get nowhere. You say contests, you get everything. You get access to it all. That's the way it works, Paige. And then Saturday, can I just say, by the way, so that's tomorrow. Then Thursday, when I'm in town, Peter Wilt, GM of the Indy 11, is going to be back with us because I'm going to the game Saturday. Going to the game Saturday. My first one. Cannot wait. But I've been a fan. I love the idea of it. I'm not sold yet on the people building a stadium, so I don't know how that's going to work out. So we'll maybe talk about that. But the team right now is 0-2-2. They lost this past weekend to Minnesota 3-2. Same exact score, identical score as the Fort Lauderdale game, 3-2. It's time for a win.
I was gonna say I might be more behind a stadium if they were winning.
It's whoa. It's the inaugural season. They're a young team.
No, I know, but no one.
Okay.
When a team's losing, no one's like, yeah, we gotta get them a stadium.
Okay, but no. Stop. First of all, they're not getting blown out. They tied the first two against both the Railhawks and the Rowdies. Excuse me, I'm talking here. And the Rowdies, they tied 1-1. They lost the last two 3-2. So they're scoring some offense. They're showing some movement out there. It's just not enough on the defensive side, and that's kind of stuff builds and comes and grows. You learn where people like to place themselves as a keeper. You kind of figure out where your team's at. You learn your own teammates' strengths and weaknesses, This stuff comes. I just think that against Edmonton this Saturday, victory will be ours, if only because I'll be there. And I will be purchasing some.
Enough.
It really is. I will be purchasing some Indy 11 gear, by the way. I will. I own no part of the team, by the way. Totally none. I'm just down. I'm in. I am in. When I was in town, I got a chance to go to the Pacers game. I totally went. You know how upset I am? I'm in town. That's when the playoffs shift to D.C. I'm infuriated.
I'm sorry for you.
And wait until football season comes back.
Oh, my Lord.
There may be some Sunday trips for Tony.
I know a whole bunch of people that... I actually know a girl who works for the organization.
And did you want to introduce her to me? I mean, why are you bringing that up?
Maybe get you some tickets.
Well, considering that we have a station that kind of covers the games.
Okay, well,
I'm hoping we can get that done.
Route, sure.
But if you want to name drop about your friend who has special connections, I mean that's fine, Paige. No, nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Can you believe Paige just did that? That Paige just totally name dropped? Oh yeah, I know some people.
I didn't say name.
They got connections. No, Tony, I'll take care of you. Dude, my dad has the most ultimate set of tools. I can fix it. Don't worry. I think it's sweet. Paige. You do not have to worry about me, though. I appreciate it. I will worry about you. You do not worry about me. That's the dynamic of this relationship. Okay. The only thing you have to worry about is the audience, and you can just do a better job of that.
Everyone has to have a goal.
Yeah, well, I would just like to see you achieve yours. So all I'm looking at least
Baby
once.
Steps. Baby steps.
Well, clearly.
I can't do it all at once, or else what would I be shooting for?
So Peter Wiltz will be with us on Thursday, and I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, about winning or losing, I don't know about these publicly funded stadiums. I mean, I should have Alexis Garcia on from Reason. She had a great article. I've discussed it before about whether or not there's a real value in it, whether or not there's a value in these stadiums. But I will talk to Peter about it. There must be a stadium that can be used. I mean, right now they're using Carroll, right? That's where they're playing over at IUPUI. I believe it's at Carroll, and there has to be a place that they can use a stadium that doesn't require the building of a whole new one. That's all I'm saying. But maybe I'm wrong. I'll let them put their thesis out there, and the people will decide. Do you see that, Paige? I don't decide for the people. The people decide.
Yes.
Okay, as opposed to you, who wants to decide for everybody.
Yes, you know me.
Okay. And yes, they play at Carroll Stadium. That's the Michael A. Carroll Stadium. For some reason, it's in McCarroll in my head, and that wasn't right. So I'm getting there. Soon I will be everything Indianapolis. This is Tony Katz Tonight.
It's gardening time again, and Tuttle Orchards has a large selection of flowers and vegetable plants for you to choose from. Over 90% of Tuttle's plants are grown at the orchard, so you get top-quality plants grown right there at the orchard and a staff with lots of gardening knowledge to help and assist you. Visit Tuttle Orchards for hanging baskets for Mother's Day. Tuttle's hanging baskets are homegrown right at the orchard, and they are beautiful. The size, stunning plant combinations, and low price will make you and your mom say wow. You'll want to pick up some for yourself, too. Tuttle's has a vast selection of vegetable plants, too, so don't forget to grab some. During your visit, step into Tuttle Farm Store to find a large selection of local and gourmet food items. Check out Tuttle Expanded Meat Department featuring beef, pork, lamb, and bison from Indiana farmers. Visit TuttleOrchards.com for hours and directions, and make plans to explore Tuttle Orchards on Indy's Far East Side. That's Tuttle Orchards. Growing quality, harvesting memories, year-round.
BJ, word on the street is you have a new designer jewelry collection at Reese Nichols.
Yes, I can confirm that. And we're particularly excited about this designer. It arrived just in time for Mother's Day, and it's like...
Yes?
It's like we've given birth to a whole new look. We're so excited, just like a mother is excited when she gives birth.
Take it from a woman, BJ, not the same, but go on.
Reese Nichols is excited to announce the arrival of Armenta.
Oh, I love Armenta.
You know, Emily Armenta brought her passion for jewelry design to life through a class project as an MBA student at Rice University in Texas. She has been committed to her dream in making jewelry in the USA ever since.
I've seen Armenta's designs on Reese Nichols' website. Black and silver with yellow gold, feminine yet cool and edgy.
It's an affordable new look to love. Armenta, it's
okay, easy, Tiger.
The birth of something exciting. Armenta at Reese Nichols, north across from Keystone at the Crossing, in Greenwood and online. Buy Armenta for Mother's Day and receive a special gift.
Hey gang, Greg Garrison here, and I'd love to give you softer skin, spot-free glasses, and a $1,200 savings. Well, that's what my friends at Connecticut can do for you with their whole house drinking water system, which includes Connecticut Premier Series water softeners and a K5 drinking water station. Visit ConnecticutIndy.com for full details, and make sure you tell them that you want the Connecticut $1,200 savings special that Greg Garrison was talking about. Again, visit ConnecticutIndy.com to learn more and tell them the Garrison sent you.
This hour powered by the Bill Estes Ford Cash for Junkers sale. News Radio 93 WIBC. From the Plumbing Heating Paramedic Studios.
This is Central Indiana's news, weather, and traffic station.
93 WIBC, Indianapolis.
Fox News Radio, I'm Bill Vitka. I am the kidnapper. More than 200 girls in Nigeria vanished on April 14th. Now there's a grim update on what has happened to them.
The leader of the Nigerian Islamic terrorist group for the first time claimed responsibility for the kidnapping and for enslaving the girls. He offered to sell the 13-year-old girls. Some of these girls, we've been told, have been forced to marry their captors. The Christian girls were forced to convert to Islam, according to sources in touch with the group. Mothers of the kidnapped girls protested this weekend in Nigeria's capital. They're angry that the president of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan, has done very little to find their children.
Fox's Jennifer Griffin, the group claiming responsibility is Boko Haram. They're fighting to reinstate a medieval Islamic caliphate in northern Nigeria. A 21-year-old man is in custody in Georgia who police suspect is the man who opened fire on the campus of Payne College in Augusta, leaving another man with a life-threatening head injury. The campus went into lockdown. The suspect has not been identified, but authorities believe the two men had a fight. The first person diagnosed in the U.S. with the deadly MERS virus, Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, is getting better and expected to be released from an Indiana hospital soon. The man is a healthcare worker who lives in Saudi Arabia, the epicenter of the newly emergent virus.
Out of safety, because all information is not known about this disease, we made the decision to take all healthcare workers that had been exposed to this patient offline and put them on home isolation and just watch for possibility of symptoms for these people.
Dr. Alan Kumar, the family of the infected man, as well as about 50 community hospital workers who had contact with him, have been tested and show no signs of the disease so far. Oregon State says Craig Robinson will not be returning for a seventh season as basketball coach. During his tenure, Robinson failed to get the Beavers to the NCAA tournament. Robinson is the brother of First Lady Michelle Obama. You're listening to Fox News Radio, fair and balanced.
Weekdays on Fox Business.
Bottom line here is we want investors to be prepared for the day ahead, the week ahead.
Opening Bell with Maria Bartiromo.
The concept is to bring perspective, analysis. All day long, I'm speaking with global allocators of capital, CEOs, heads of state, so I can anticipate some of the major moves or reactions, giving investors an edge.
Opening Bell with Maria Bartiromo. Weekdays at 9 a.m. Eastern on Fox Business.
On point, outspoken, always handy.
I have a message for this president, this administration.
Now, more than ever, we need a place for honest conversation.
Why can't you just say he was wrong?
Open debate and a real dialogue on the tough issues.
Debt has risen nearly $7 trillion. I don't want that for any community in this country. Republicans can't give in to this bullying.
A voice not afraid to be heard.
What part of that argument was the wrong thing to do? Conservatives, you need to hold the line.
Watch Hannity weeknights on Fox News Channel.
Well, spring is here, and so are those spring rains and thunderstorms. Are you the type that worries when it starts to rain because you know your gutters are in bad shape, but you don't know just how bad? How about if I could get you those new gutters and a guarantee to never clean them out ever again? One of the worst jobs in the world as far as I'm concerned. Steve Simpson here. If you've climbed the ladder one too many times and you've laid in bed worrying about what kind of damage is happening to your house when the rain falls, you need Leaf Guard. Guaranteed never to clog or fall off your house for the rest of your life. No kidding. And if it ever does clog, Leaf Guard, will come out and unclog it for you for free. In other words, let them climb your ladder. No need to put it off, procrastinators, and you know who you are. Call Leaf Guard today. See how you could get up to $500 off, maybe even qualify for free installation. Leaf Guard of Indiana. Call them today, 546-0600. Again, 546-0600 for Leaf Guard.
I'm Alex Brown in the 93 WIBC 24-hour news center. In his call for the Secretary of Veterans Affairs to resign, National American Legion Commander Daniel Dellinger in Indianapolis says the entire VA system is poisoned.
The inability of the VA to manage their management staff at the local hospital level, that it's just the oversight that's not there. And we've asked them for additional oversight through all our testimonies in front of Congress, and they have failed.
Dellinger says it was personally painful to call for Secretary Eric Shinseki to step down because he has so much respect for him. The man with MERS in Munster was kept separate from other patients at Community Hospital there, where Alan Kumar is chief medical officer.
He came into a private triage room and then into a private patient care room and was admitted up to a private patient bed on the general medical floor all within about 3 hours. At no time during this stay were any other patients or visitors at risk because he was in a private setting the entire time.
So far, no one else has the virus, and the man who does have it is in good condition. There might actually be some jobs available for teenagers after the school year ends, according to Bill Stanchikevich with the Indiana Youth Institute.
2.8 million teenagers were employed last year nationally. That was a 13%
So, Paige, you're
also last
unhappy
year,
with
the
them?
number of teenagers who wanted to work and were not able to find a job, that number went down
Paige is
17%.
venting.
And the trend continues.
People
to
are not
look
living
even
up to our
better this
standards,
year.
ladies and gentlemen.
Teens shouldn't wait to apply.
Well, when every other news source locally has it and they
Local
don't.
news on demand at WIBC.com. Now here's the forecast.
But I can't. I have to. I mean, if enough of them have it, then I can do it. But I'm supposed to wait for them to have it.
By morning, partly sunny, 72 tomorrow. Then Wednesday and Thursday, both days partly sunny with highs of
I don't see why you have to do
82
that.
degrees. I'm RTV6 meteorologist Kevin Gregory.
There we go. There we
Ladies and
is.
gentlemen, this is Tony Katz Tonight.
You're in.
Tony Katz tonight. 317-239-9393. Toll free 800-571-9422. So now that I'll be experiencing some summer months again, May I guess we can call summer when I'm there this week. Handles. I'm going to try some of those burger places you've been recommending, Paige.
Yeah.
Indy 11, of course. I have never had a trip to Indianapolis to date that is completely full beginning to end. Like the only social thing I'm doing is the Indy 11 game. That's it. That is it. I am booked Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And Monday, filling in for Dana. Filling in for Dana Lash on Monday. So very much looking forward to that. And then I think I'll be in studio on Monday to do our show. Then Tuesday evening, someone will be filling in. I will not say who yet. I will not say who yet. Mainly because I don't know, but I won't say who yet. This I do know. That it's clear to me. Have you ever been in a situation where you wonder whether it's in sports or it's in film or it's in television? How come the same people always get the jobs? In radio, Paige, in radio, how often have you seen people who got fired at like 9 other places, they get the job at the 10th place?
All the time.
All the time. So it should not be surprising yet. I'll say it. I am. When I check out the New York Post. I'm trying to put this in the chat room, but it won't let me. I check out the New York Post, and it says that Katie Couric may be returning to the Today Show while Savannah Guthrie is on maternity leave. I almost fell down.
I just don't get why they think that's going to work.
Well, it's going to be temporary, right? She's 5 months.
Right.
Guthrie's 5 months pregnant right now, and so she'll be out in like another month or two, and then it would be like 4 months that she's out.
A month or two.
In a month or two, she will be out for about 4 months or however long it is.
Why would they have her be out at 6 months?
Well, why are they talking about it now?
Well, because, I mean, they're probably wanting to build up some anticipation for 4 months from now.
Okay, yeah, well, let me say it this way. Maybe there's something we don't know about the pregnancy.
That's true.
Okay, so let's assume it's in the next 2 to 4 months. Whatever. I don't lose any sleep over it. I don't care. The point is that when Katie Couric got the gig, she filled in for Deborah Norville when she was on maternity leave, and Deborah Norville never came back.
A little nervous.
Never came back. It is the idea. First of all, talk about ratings bonanza.
Right. That's why they're doing it.
For the Today Show, right? Ratings crazy. They're getting beat by your favorite show, Good Morning America.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I can hang on to them much longer.
What did they do? What did Robin Roberts and George Stephanopoulos do to you?
It's just, I mean, it's all of them. They're huge. I get they're going to be fluffy, and this is what they found is getting their ratings, but it's just the idea that there are huge things going on in the world, and they're obsessing over, the royal baby. No. This ends here and now. You have to stop it, Paige. You have to. No. You have to stop being upset with Prince George. Your baby is not a princess. It will never be a princess. The beautiful darling child that she is, all praises to her name, will never be a princess according to the royals. No,
that's
not my point.
This is your jealousy, and it's bitter, and it's beneath you, Paige.
It is how they are just the lapdogs for any liberal.
Yeah, but isn't that all of them? Like, isn't that all of them?
But it's just the way, like, even when they were talking about the White House Correspondents' Dinner, a couple of them were there, and it was just amazing. Oh, to see the First Lady and the President, and oh, how wonderful everyone looked, and all the stars. I'm like, I guess I wish for days when journalists actually realized what their job was, and that is to make any administration, no matter who it is, to make them sweat.
Well, do you mean to make them accountable?
Yes.
Oh, okay, just wanted to know what you meant by make them sweat. I was just curious as to what you meant.
Well, that's what I mean, is to hold them accountable, to let them know, like, if you mess up, we're going to be there. We're going to uncover it. We're going to give it to the American people. I don't care if you're a Republican, Democrat, whatever. You need to know that there's like a watchdog there.
And what you're saying is that you're saying that Good Morning America is not that watchdog?
Oh, gosh, no. But they do give me great deals and steals on Thursday.
You have a problem with the Royals. You really do.
I just mention them because they mention them every day, Tony. I'm not kidding. Like, every day they mention the Royals.
Hey, people yell at us for not doing hard news every second of the day. You know that, right?
But we do hard news.
By the way, we do hard news. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a savage. I know what I'm doing here. But we do hard news every second of the day, and our ratings are up.
No, but consider if let's just say we talked about fluff all day, every week. Wouldn't you start to question, okay, what's the point? Yes, we're a talk radio show. It's a little bit different, but if they're going to present stuff as news, shouldn't they be covering some news? I get they have at the top of the hour, they have little blips that they do. But, it's usually like such softy stories.
Like what? What is a story they do that you think is softy? Because I just covered a story where Katie Couric could be coming back to the Today Show. Now, if someone told me that's a softy story, I would say, oh, no, 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 no. That is a cultural story. Right. That is a story about how they simply refuse to let somebody who has failed repeatedly on their own, giving them another chance because she ideologically identifies with the proper party.
No, but I agree with you. But, I mean, like, they haven't touched Benghazi. And I know a lot of them haven't. But, I mean, not everybody's talking about that. People have been grilling, even from their own, like, news pool.
Yeah, it was Jonathan Karl, ABC News.
Have been grilling Jay Carney, and they make no mention of it. No mention. That's what I mean, is that it's one thing to do cultural stuff, because we do that, and that's usually my favorite stuff, just because I love pop culture.
You do.
So it's not that I have anything
You're not a fan of the political, really. Like, you don't like to know about, events and news and things.
I like that stuff, but I've been listening to talk radio all day, so by the time we get here, it's like I've heard it all. But
you haven't heard it the way I delivered it.
Right, sure. I'm just kidding. I kid.
Is that what you do? Because I'm pretty sure you were just trying to be insulting and rude.
I'm sorry. I'm just joking. Goodness.
Jeepers.
But no, I mean, that's the thing is I like the pop culture stuff. So it's not like I sit there and go, oh, they're doing another pop culture story. I usually like that stuff. It's just that's all they do is the softy stuff. It's like, how can you call yourself a news organization?
Well, at least let's take a step back. They're not even doing pop culture. That's not what they're doing.
They're just obsessing.
When they interview the star of the latest movie XYZ, and one of the questions is, what was it like to work with your co-star Cameron Diaz? That's not a question. That is, let's fill these 3 minutes that we're contractually obligated to fill.
Right.
That's not cultural. If you wanted cultural, you would discuss Cameron Diaz's deal in the movie Bad Teacher, where she took $1 million to do the part, which is way below her rate, but she took points on the back end. The movie did so well, it is known as the best deal in Hollywood. The best deal ever made. She walked away with $42 million on the movie Bad Teacher because she took points on the back end. And I just like any time I could say the words Cameron Diaz and back end in the same sentence.
Yeah, no.
Like that's just sweet.
She does work out hard for that.
That is just sweet, my friends, right there. But like that's a great cultural story in that you look at Cameron Diaz and you have this idea in your head, oh no. She's not just pretty blonde girl. She got bank. That is power in Hollywood, and she can now do something with it. Now, what are the causes that she supports? How does she align herself? What are the kind of pictures that her production company are going to put out there? Who are the kind of people she's hiring? Those are questions. What was it like to work with her? What's someone going to say? They want to work in Hollywood again. It was the greatest experience of my life. If she wanted me to, I'd cut off my own ear. I would Vincent Van Gogh myself for her. What are you kidding? Just please, Lord, let me keep working in this business. More ahead. This is Tony Katz Tonight.
The sounds of spring in Indiana. And everyone's.
By the way, that's a true story. 42 mil.
Things can change in an instant.
I didn't know that.
42 million.
The latest info.
There will be the potential of some isolated strong severe storms.
When spring storms hit,
The best chance of these severe storms will be from Indianapolis to the south.
we spring into action. 93 WIBC.
If you're having trouble with your hearing, you need to listen to this.
No,
story
Paige
from
did not
Eunice
call me
about
old
sound
news.
hearing.
I had heard.
I was just kidding. Come on, friends. Come on.
Praise
Come on, my peeps. I need this
hearing
gig.
aids, and I knew I was in the position that
Sorry,
I
I
needed to do something.
got offline for a second.
I've
Whole
heard good
computer
and
there.
bad about
I have been buying
went
a
to
lot
the
of flowers
trash.
for my front porch lately.
anything derogatory.
You've been buying a lot of what?
Everyone
Flowers.
was
Why?
very pleased.
I like flowers.
Take
That's
care
good
of
to
your-
know.
He's always so.
Well, why does that come
I
up?
kill them, but I pretend I can grow them.
Do
And
you kill them on
willing to
purpose?
please
No,
in any way.
I just have an issue with hydrangeas. They're my favorite plant, and I just can never keep them.
Like I hit the ladder.
Have you talked to the home and garden guy Saturday mornings?
No, but I talked to my mom, and she's managed to take one that was a little gift that I gave her that was like 4 blooms and turn it into a huge bush. So, and keep it alive through like 4 moves.
That's 78626.
So what did your mother tell you
And as Dick
about your
Crum says,
hydrangeas?
Get the bill at Sound Hearing.
I have no idea what a
Why you
hydrangea
waited
is,
so
everybody. I have
long.
no clue.
If you need reliable,
She told me
high-quality video production,
basically everything that they put on the tag. She's like, no. Like, yes, it wants 6 hours of sunlight, but you want it to be like in the early morning.
videos.
You want to keep watering it so that it's moist, but not that it gets root rot.
Look to your corporate
And it needs a lot of space so that the roots, because they get a little hardy, have room.
PrimeImageMedia.com
Yeah, I don't know what
to
you're
learn
talking
more.
Well, see, that's the thing. Is,
Off your first production.
I mean, if you look it up, you'd see how beautiful they are.
PrimeImageMedia.com.
And by changing,
How beautiful the hydrangeas are.
yeah, and if you change, like if you put copper in their soil, it turns them like more vibrant blue.
My first call-up ever as a member of the National Guard. This was it, the real deal.
When we got to the armory,
I really wanted them to be in my wedding bouquet, but because I was getting married in summer in Sacramento, I was basically told all I could have was roses.
Who said that? Who told you that?
Florist.
Your florist is a liar.
Every single flower that I put out, she was like, no, it won't hold up in the heat. I was like, so roses? Yeah, those will do great. Okay, what I really didn't want to have.
See how the Guard can be an important
By the way, chat room, yes, webcams are coming with me.
Discover what it means to be a citizen
This time,
soldier.
I will not
To
forget.
serve locally as well as globally.
I'm looking
into
up
the benefits,
hydrangeas.
including career skills and money for college.
They're beautiful.
Take a
Yeah, I don't know how to spell it.
National
Oh, there it
Guard.
is.
HYDRANGEA.
That's correct.
Aired by the Indiana Broadcasters Association in the state.
So can you get them from 1-800-Flowers, or is it a bush?
wants to hear that.
It's usually a bush. I mean, I bet you could, but I got mine from Home Depot. I'm hoping that's going to make the difference.
For the cancer team at
Yes, because that clearly is what it's all about.
What inspires
They have beautiful blooms, Toady.
You're why we
So do I.
I got myself some Gerbera daisies.
research and our experts
Pansies.
cancer in early
Ranunculus.
so you have more treatment.
More Gerbera daisies.
You're why we perform the
Look
most
at you.
advanced treatments
I like happy flowers.
and are breaking ground on new ones. Why we're on the forefront of minimally invasive surgery and innovative therapies to
All right, now I'm
precisely
looking at
target
hydrangeas.
cancer. And you're
They're
why
pretty.
we're committed.
Yeah, they're like a cute little bush.
Quicker, less confusing, and easier for you.
Cute little flowers.
So cancer
Not prissy.
stop you.
I got a hyacinth. I'm not a big fan.
Franciscan St. Francis Health.
Not
Inspiring
prissy.
health.
Okay.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today.
Wow, I
Garage
mean,
Doors
way to have an
Has been
opinion on
solving garage
something.
door problems for
Well,
Don't
I mean, there's
show
some
me no-
flowers that look very hoity-toity.
Don't show me no prissy flowers.
77.
That's right.
I will cut a bitch who shows me a prissy
Garage doors
flower.
24 hours a day.
You have no idea.
Call
I
today for
clearly
service
have
today.
no
Get yours
idea.
Right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning call, 875.
Clearly no clue.
77 Thursday.
Oh wow, the American Samoa soccer team lost 31-0.
In the middle of the night.
Well, these things happen.
Wake up. I think there's a zombie downstairs.
The tweet from BBC News World is, could America Samoa be the world's worst football team?
Noise. A zombie
That's
can
not
hear in
nice.
the middle of the night.
That's not nice at all.
Nice doesn't get you favorited or retweets.
On East Main Street.
I
in
just think it's
Brownsburg.
rude.
Call 858-3030 or
You know what? I
31-0.
take umbrage.
These were injured in the making.
I take umbrage.
Well, come on, 31-0. That's bad. That's an ass kicking in soccer.
Yeah, of course it is, but you don't rub it in.
Weekdays at 6
You do if you're British.
Savages.
WIBC.
You know,
Really, Manchester United fan.
You know who had a worse loss?
To the public with
The British.
state-of-the-art ventilation.
In the Revolutionary War.
Damn straight. What up, America? Yo!
This is
Good
Tony
song
Katz
choice.
Tonight. Follow Tony on
Can never go wrong with Fleetwood.
You cannot.
You are in.
You cannot go wrong with Fleetwood Mac.
No, you really.
Is there a bad Fleetwood Mac song?
Not that I'm aware of.
Seriously, go through the catalog. What's a bad Fleetwood Mac song?
Though, Boston Randy might be able to give us one. He's usually good about his music trivia.
Right.
But I'm just not sure. Though this music video is very weird.
Oh, it's Fleetwood Mac. I expect nothing less.
It's almost making me a little uncomfortable, and I'm not really sure why.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. Let me give you something else to make you uncomfortable.
Oh, good.
It's creepy. It is creepy that the Democrats have put out, and by the way, it would be creepy if the Republicans put it out. It's just creepy. It is creepy that they put out, sign a Mother's Day card for Michelle Obama. There's a website, right? my.democrats.org, and you sign a card for the First Lady. It's creepy. You know, it goes back to that whole Chris Rock, the president and First Lady are like the mom and dad of America. First of all, no, they never, no, oh no, liar, psychopath, no. That's not true. Since you never felt that way about George Bush and Laura, you never felt that way about George and Barbara, who clearly could be the grandparents of America, what, with their funny socks and whatnot. You never felt that way. You never ever felt that way. Don't lie. It's ugly. I don't want to sign a card for your own mom. Don't sign a card for Michelle. That's creepy. The whole concept of it is creepy, and it's this fostering of fake love and fake worship. Now, I think, Paige, that's the kind of stuff that drives you crazy when they cover the royal family.
Yes.
Because it's fake love and it's fake worship, even though it's really about the fact that not enough people are taking pictures of your baby.
No, I don't want anyone but me taking pictures of my baby.
Here's what we'll do. We will put together a fake red carpet at Emmis, and you will arrive via limo, baby in hand. And limo, by the way, it's going to be a limo minivan, so you really feel the whole mom thing. And then when you step out, the flash photography is going to be nuts.
So we're going to need sunglasses. What you're
Oh, absolutely. And then it's going to be you're going to have to we're going to bedazzle the baby carrier, and then you're going to walk into the building as people, try and get your picture. And then there'll be, security guards, not the armed kind, that's left solely for Shannon Watts, but you'll have some kind of security, and the paparazzi will be brushed away, manhandled if necessary, just to make you feel like you are one of the royals. And then we'll take you up to, what is that, on the third or fourth floor where there's that balcony?
Third floor.
Okay, I've never been there. How have I not had a cigar on the third floor?
I don't know, but make sure you bring your key card or you get locked out.
Oh, good to know. Wait, do I even have a? Yeah, I have a key card.
That's how you get around the building. Yeah.
All right.
Without it, the elevators don't move.
You think I even know if I've got a key card? I'm not there enough, but I think I do have one. Oh, I do have one because last time I was there, it wasn't working, and I was questioning whether or not that was a message.
In radio, that is typically.
Yeah, that's how it works. Hey, my key card doesn't work anymore. Funny you should mention that.
I had a joke about that in St. Louis because there they had fobs, not quite the key card, but just a little fob thing, and mine stopped working, and so I'm trying to get in, and I didn't have the guy who did overnights. I didn't have his number, and so I'm just sitting out there in this little breezeway area, should I just go home and go back to bed?
Yes. By the way, you know what we haven't figured out? What we're having for dinner Thursday night.
Oh, that's a good question.
What are we having for dinner? It's a good question. Something you do have to figure out. But it is creepy and peculiar and strange and awkward, and it's idol worship, and that's the part. That's why it bothers me. Do I think that there should be a modicum of respect for the First Lady? Yeah, I absolutely do. No question about it. Do I think that we should send her a Mother's Day card because she's like the mom? No, that's creepy. That's creepy. And for those who don't think that it's creepy, think of what you're actually saying when you do that. If you say to me it's a sweet gesture, no. If you write a card to the First Lady, that's a sweet gesture. But if you're being asked by the party to send her a card or sign her card, because after all, that's creepy. Flat out creepy. No question about it. Creeps me out. It really and truly does. It goes back to the whole conversation of this isn't how I want my government to act. This isn't how I want my elected officials to act. I want them to not want me to sign their Mother's Day card. I want them to work on problems and solutions and implementing solutions. This is Tony Katz tonight.
This hour is powered by Indiana Roof and Exterior Cleaning. IndianaExteriorCleaning.com.
Are you looking for
That's
teaching
funny.
and preaching
The tiara.
that's biblically based, but also makes you
Love Christina.
The tiara.
tabernacle?
She's becoming my good phone buddy.
I believe that every church is Bible.
Tom has left
But we
you.
also believe
He has
that
abandoned
Scripture
you.
is not simply
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened to Tom, but I got Christina, and I'm okay with that.
challenge us, not just our hearts, but our minds and actions.
And I was thinking
as
of
well.
getting a haircut at
God didn't make us to
Reds.
be robots,
I just don't have the
living,
time.
loving beings with the
But I was
ability
thinking
to
about getting a
respond
haircut
to
at
Him
Reds because they do
and the needs of others.
the full classic
This
thing.
means
So I'll be
the
like,
sermons that
I gotta
come
try
from
that.
Cab's pulpit are
Maybe
Bible-based,
not even shave and
delivered
get the
with
full
thoughtfulness and intelligence. They
full
challenge
shave.
and encourage us to think about what God
Is this
has
going
done.
to be
We hope you'll visit
where you go when you come to Indy?
for yourself how God is
Reds, maybe. I mean, it's right there.
Presbyterian Church, 34th
It's
Street
right
and Central
there.
Avenue in
So
Every
why
time you
not?
visit, just stop off.
Sunday morning at 8,
At
9, or 11.
Reds, maybe.
If you can't make it in person, tune into Sunday with Tab.
There's some meals
Sunday
that I
mornings
have
at
to try.
6:30 on WIBC.
Bubs for sure, and
Bubs.
Boogie Burger.
Visit us at
Yep. Those two
tabprez.org.
should happen.
If you need reliable, high-quality video production, look
I have
no
some friends to
further
see
than
on Saturday and
PrimeImageMedia.com.
Part of my-
PrimeImageMedia.com
my
provides
thing.
promotional videos.
And one of them a girl I went to high school with. So
Coverage nationwide.
I'll be up
Quality,
north.
consistent
Yes.
Look to your corporate videos with the most
My
reliable
10 years this year.
in the
What was
country.
that?
Visit
My 10-year reunion is this year.
Yeah.
today to learn more.
So
I'm not
wait,
gonna go.
Tony Katz.
Mine
and get
is
10%
wait.
off
This
your
is
first production.
20.
That's PrimeImageMedia.com.
Next year is my 25.
PrimeImageMedia.com.
It's time to breathe better, Indy.
So there's that.
4 minutes.
Healthy American
And
I
it-
thought these breaks getting longer. I thought we had to talk about this.
Dude,
Central Indiana.
I'm gonna say this. It's hard. It's very difficult to complain about the breaks, because yes, it's bothering me that they're so long, but quite literally the show is sold out from beginning to end.
So we're not doing make goods here?
Avoid triggers like tobacco.
Have you heard one?
pollen, or even pet dander.
I wouldn't know. They would be from.
Take control of your life.
No.
Many people,
I don't know if they're just sliding them in.
even with medication.
When's the last time you've heard a PSA?
St. Francis Health.
It's been a while.
Yeah, that stuff's all gone. It is. It's. I don't know who's doing it. Like, what sales is another big thing over the course of the couple days that I'm there. It's part of now a rotation. It's phenomenal what's happening.
I would like us to get live reads for tummy tucks.
For more information.
It's a great time to update your home now.
Will you do it in lieu of?
Appliance sale. Save big on
Yes.
including cabinets by Schrock. They're beautiful on the outside, smart on the inside.
We will talk about that when we come back.
Instant savings with qualifying purchase of Schrock cabinets.
Advertisers we'd like to have on the show.
No appointment.
I'm just saying. I
Ooh,
got
lamb chops and
full
sweet potatoes
belly
sound
from my
good.
baby that I just would like to go away.
Sale.
By the way, it's Benzie in the chat room is talking about lamb chops and sweet potatoes. That sounds delicious.
Jenny, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I feel like I'm in a bad job interview, BJ. What kind of question is that?
Exactly. Nobody knows. Life is a journey, right?
Yes.
And that journey is the point, not the destination.
Yes. And?
That's the inspiration behind our new compass necklace.
I've seen that.
Get
It's
out of here. Hold on a
beautiful.
second.
It's a striking round compass design with a diamond right in the center. Perfect for someone who's been walking by your side through life's journey.
A compass. guiding your way through life together. I love it.
A gift so heartfelt, we've made it in several different sizes and combinations, so you can choose the one that you like the best. And they're priced from just $295.
You know, my mom would love that. She's definitely guided me through the years.
Come see all of the Compass necklaces exclusively at Reese Nichols Jewelers, north across from Keystone at the Crossing, in Greenwood, or online at reesenichols.com.
Springtime in Indy, and after a
Look at that. Ooh, interesting.
about Rhino Shield.
Having to walk home is fairly high maintenance. You know, it was getting to be a lot of work for me to coat it and seal it every 4 or 5 years and so forth. I'm getting to a point where I don't want to be climbing all over that thing. I did that when I was younger. I'm not that anxious to do that anymore.
It's Rhino Shield. It's not paint.
I decided it was the right product. My wife is real happy with it. The outside now looks good, and she's proud when people come now. It just looks better.
Central Indiana, get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price.
I was real pleased with those guys. They would start at
Okay.
and work till dark. When they came to
Sponsors page would like to have.
Jim Williams with Rhino Shield.
This offer's limited, so hurry. Call me at 888-RHINO-41.
Personal chef.
RHINO-41.
Right.
Good value. Couldn't be more pleased with the product.
Don't Rhino, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
What I expect is a place that gives me access to some of the best and brightest, respects my time, doesn't poke or prod me more than necessary. What I expect is Riverview Health.
Riverview Hospital is now Riverview Health. Right size, right care. Right here. Located in Noblesville, Carmel, Cicero, Fishers, Sheridan, Tipton, and Westfield. To learn more, visit riverview.org.
Play 500 trivia to win passes to Pole Day and qualify for free tickets to the 98th running of the Indianapolis 500. Learn more at WIBC.com. This is Tony Katz Tonight. Follow Tony on Twitter at Tony Katz.
You're in.
Paige was going through a list of sponsors she'd love to have on the program to help her through what can we do? Paige, we're sold out.
I know.
I mean, I love that people want to sponsor the show. I think it's fantastic.
Well, of course. I mean, no one's like, please don't support us. We'd like to be off the air.
You know,
it's vacation coming up.
You know, email me, Tony@WIBC.com. But Paige wants somebody that does tummy tucks. I have no idea what I'm going to do with that. I'm pretty sure you can't solicit people in that way.
I know.
You can't quid pro quo it. You know.
I know, but a girl can dream.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's not what we do.
I have a feeling I'm going to get an email to take all that stuff again tomorrow.
Right, but if
We're
there's
actually going to need you to come in at 5:30.
Yeah, but if there's any kind of steak supplier that would like to sponsor, I think that'd be totally acceptable. Okay. The NFL draft, which has turned into the biggest deal in the world, they have made it a prime time spectacle. It starts actually Thursday, May 8th. Is when it begins. 2 days away. Houston on the clock. They've been on the clock since the season ended. Houston, St. Louis, Jacksonville, Cleveland, Oakland, Atlanta, Tampa Bay, Minnesota, and Buffalo and Detroit. That is the top 10 of the NFL draft. Where I forget. I always forget, and I should not forget. That's right. The Colts aren't in the first round. I think something having to do with Trent. Something having to do with a running back who has not been running so very good. They're not in the first round. But there's an interesting story, and Fox Sports has it, that a series of players, college players, have failed their drug test during the 2014 scouting combine. There is a Florida State defensive tackle, Timmy Jernigan. He tested positive for a diluted urine sample. Another one is Louisiana State quarterback, LSU quarterback Zach Mettenberger. Tested positive for having a diluted urine sample, which means they were trying to flush something out. And then LSU defensive tackle Anthony Johnson, University of Miami tackle Chantrell Henderson, and Florida State linebackers Telvin Smith and Christian Jones. It's the article is kind of interesting in that it's discussing not what they were taking. For example, let's say someone tested positive for marijuana. Well, in a world where 2 different states legalize marijuana, it's kind of hard to be upset with a player who's doing something that is legal. It's something that the NFL is going to have to tackle and deal with. Goodell has supposedly stated that if players are taking it for a medicinal purpose, maybe he doesn't have an issue with it. But more to the point is the idea that everybody knows that you're going to get drug tested during the combine, and it's that you would do it anyway. If Yahoo Sports has the line, if you can't be trusted to handle something that basic, how are you going to deal with the NFL life? And the NFL life is real. It is as dangerous as anything else out there. And I don't say that the NFL is putting younger players in danger. I don't believe that. It's that the money, the fame causes problems. And so much of what the draft is about is not even about the talent. It is about your ability not to get the team in trouble. If players don't realize that they are about protecting the brand first and foremost of the NFL and then whatever respective team they're getting drafted by, they're going to fall down the charts. The greatest example of that is Warren Sapp, who is a Hall of Famer, an amazing career, destructive off the line, responsible in large measure for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers having Super Bowl victory, for John Gruden being able to now have Gruden camp. Don't get me wrong, Gruden clearly knows what he's doing. I think he's excellent as a broadcaster. I think that what he does in discussions with these college quarterbacks is stunning. There is so much about the game I have learned watching those specials on ESPN. Just terminology, I didn't know. I enjoy the game. I'm not a student of the game, but I enjoy the game quite a bit, and I pay attention. But there are things not ever having played in any kind of organized way that I know now because of that stuff. But Warren Sapp, the knock on him, the question was, it was about drug use, right? There was that whole conversation. But secondly, can he handle it? It is all the mental there to be able to engage in an NFL career. So this is a guy who was going to be a number 1 pick and dropped down the charts. So when you show up at the combine and you can't pass the drug test, what does it say about you? I think it's a great question, and people who have these, whether it's a diluted sample or whatever the case may be, they shouldn't be surprised. If you walked in and said, I was with some friends yesterday and wicked high last week, tell them. Be upfront, be honest, be direct. Hope that they don't find it. They find everything. And they may ding you for being honest about it. It's going to be twice as hard if you conceal it. This is your future you're talking about. And by the way, if you're more interested in getting stoned than getting paid, I got nothing for you. I am not opposed to a guy on his own time getting as high as a kite. Whatever. As long as you're not driving, working any kind of heavy machinery that could affect me or my family, knock yourself out, man. You're in your living room and you want to make a bong out of an apple, whatever. More power to you. Just Instagram that thing, would you? I want to see it. That's all I'm looking for. If you can make some kind of smoking apparatus out of a pineapple or maybe a gourd, like seriously, that should be a Tumblr account. I'd like to see what that looks like. As long as you're not driving, it's fine by me. But when you want to be in the NFL, you want to be in the NBA, you want to be in Major League Baseball, you want to be in the NASL Soccer League, you want to be in the NHL, this is their club. These are their rules. You want that? You want that money? You want that fame? You want everything that comes with it? These are some of the rules. And if you don't want it, man, that's cool. But don't think that you're allowed to do everything you want to do and get paid that money. It's not the way it works. They've got an investment that they got to protect, and they want to deal with people who are actually interested in protecting it. Just work the deal. Make the money. You want to have a good time? Well, people are allowed to drink. Yeah, well, life's unfair. What do you want from me? Some guy on a Tuesday when they're not when they're not in practice, they can drink a case if they damn well wanted to. Oh well, I don't know what to tell you. That's just tough. Learn how to drink beer if that's how you just need to get some kind of buzz. But if you need the drugs more than the financial security that something like this can provide, you actually have a problem. And the problem is you've got a problem or you're stupid. And I'd hate to think that you're stupid. This is Tony Katz tonight.
When it comes to the big questions, the big minds come to Garrison. Congressman Todd Rokita.
Get the budget back in balance.
Susan Brooks, our guest.
Good morning, Greg. So thrilled to be here.
Congressman Paul Ryan.
Listen, witness, then do something.
Governor Mike Pence.
My first interview after the session.
Senator Dan Coates against the Garrison Show.
Well, Vladimir Putin has seen a major sign of weakness in the West led by our president.
Garrison, 9 to noon on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
Do you remember what you looked like and felt like just 9 years ago? Hi, this is Denny Smith. And 9 years ago, I was out of shape, feeling sluggish, and not very happy with my general state of health. An old friend recommended I try Exercise Inc. to try a different type of exercising that only took 20 minutes a week.
All right.
Truthfully, I thought my friend was full
What
of it.
next?
But here I am 9 years later still doing that 20 minutes a week, and I've never felt better. You ought to try it. And just know that it'll be the toughest 20 minutes of your life. You'll be doing 5 or 6 specific exercises that last less than 3 minutes on custom machines, and you'll come out of those slow cadence exercises pretty much exhausted. But don't worry. You recover really quickly, and you won't believe how much better you'll feel. And you'll find yourself so much healthier and in better and better shape each and every week. Just call them. It's Exercise Inc., and they're in 3 different locations, in Avon, in Brownsburg, and in Zionsville. All of them for you. 873-5700. That's 873-5700 or exerciseinc.com.
A gold medal win at the Tchaikovsky competition. Every Hilbert Circle Theater appearance brings the audience to its feet. Now, Barry Douglas returns to the Indianapolis Symphony to perform the music of Mozart.
All right.
Barry Douglas plays Mozart's Piano Concerto No. 25, then conducts Beethoven's Fourth Symphony.
These commercials always make me feel very 1%.
Lily Classical Series tickets start at only.
Now, here's an example of a commercial that's run of network, right? But these commercials used to run consistently in the 3 hours. Now they don't.
That's true.
Beethoven and Mozart with Barry Douglas and the Indianapolis Symphony.
I'm hoping there's some April numbers.
Gold Bond presents Shaquille O'Neal.
So I'm hanging out with my Gold Bond buddies, and they're like, Shaq, great job with the Gold Bond powder spray.
Well, it would be nice to get an idea.
Good vibes, kicking off my shoes. Next thing I know, they're coming out with a new foot powder spray. Boom. Shaq strikes again.
Gold Bond No Mess Powder Spray cools and refreshes your body. And new Gold Bond Foot Powder Spray has 2 times the odor-absorbing powders to do the same for your feet.
Stay cool with Gold Bond.
What do you mean you got there exactly on time?
Ever since we started using Fleetmatics to keep track of our trucks and vans, our business has been running really smoothly.
Are you telling me you've cut your fuel cost?
The boss doesn't have anything to yell about anymore, but some habits are hard to break.
Let's see where we're at.
From a happy customer.
Fleetmatics takes the drama out of business. Make fleet tracking more intelligent with real-time tracking, fuel monitoring, and more. Visit fleetmatics.com/start or call 1-877-350-DEMO for intelligence at work.
Indianapolis, if you owe more on your home than it's worth and have been told that you can't refinance, go to meridianmortgagesolutions.net. We can possibly lower your monthly payment and take years off your mortgage. Get a low fixed rate starting in the 3s with little to no out-of-pocket closing cost and have no payments till summer. Perfect or less than perfect credit, call 317-968-9500 or apply online at meridianmortgagesolutions.net.
All loans and rates are subject to credit approval. Programs and rates are subject to change. Additional terms and conditions apply. Equal housing lender. See lender for restrictions and details. NMLS number 2975.
Indiana Roof and Exterior Cleaning eliminates ugly black roof stains and safely cleans all types of exteriors. Find them at IndianaExteriorCleaning.com. Get clean with Indiana Roof and Exterior Cleaning.
You're listening to Tony Katz Tonight. To talk to Tony, call 239-9393.
You're in.
So I'll give you one more creepy. It's not creepy. Maybe creepy is not the right word, but it was Michelle Obama themed. I talked about the card that Democrats want you to sign. Happy Mother's Day, Mom of the country. Creepy. It's Michelle Obama talking about college. And discussing the fact that somehow college is not, skipping college is not acceptable. Somehow it's wrong to skip college. I could not disagree. This is from StarTribune.com. First Lady Michelle Obama on Friday kicked off a new Reach Higher initiative to encourage American students to commit to education beyond high school. Obama told about 2,100 San Antonio high school students at the South Texas City's College Signing Day that the U.S. once had the highest percentage of college graduates in the world, but has dropped to 12th globally. That's not acceptable, she said. That's not who we are. Ladies and gentlemen, no. Who said it had to be college? Why college? If you have an aptitude for auto mechanics, or you have an aptitude for something engaging your hands, or a vocation, or a tech school, college? No. Is she saying, does she actually believe that you have to go to a 4-year school? That's what's most important? I reject that idea. What's important is being able to engage in activities or engage in learning that allows you to make a living, that allows you to survive and thrive. And as I see it, allows you to do the thing that you enjoy while maybe you're focusing on something else that you really enjoy. It's very possible that the thing that you're doing right now is the stepping stone to the next thing. That's absolutely all right. The idea that a college degree is that stepping stone, that's not fact. That's not fact. I found it very interesting. We were talking to Dr. Donald Brown from earlier about what's going on in Indiana, the company that he is growing at Interactive Intelligence, ININ.com. They're adding jobs in Indianapolis. And it's this mix, discussed as this mix. Some people have degrees, and some people do this, and some people do that. All sorts of jobs. Well, if you have a good programmer, if you are a good programmer, and you didn't go to college, what matters is the skill that you're able to bring to that programming job. It has nothing to do with the degree. You don't need that debt structure. And you certainly don't need to create a debt structure to get a job in a field that has far too much competition and far too little yield. Mike Rowe is right. I have been discussing this for a while. He has his platform to speak about these kinds of jobs much greater, and I'm thrilled that he's doing it. Allow me to help magnify his voice. These jobs that they call the dirty jobs are the jobs that A, move America, and B, pay crazy well. You're out of high school, you want to make six figures? North Dakota, go. Any place that's engaging fracking, go. Work on the fields. You will learn a skill that you'll be able to use time and time again, and you will make a ridiculous amount of money for someone your age. College is a great experience. Don't get me wrong. Paige had a great time in her 1%er school. It was fantastic. True or false, Paige?
Yes, because Sac State is totally known as the 1%er school.
Seriously. That's what they call Sac State. That is Sacramento State, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
You know? When Harvard just isn't good enough. Sacramento State.
That's right.
But don't think that's what you need in any way, shape, or form. There is money to be made out there, especially if you're willing to work for it. And ask yourself if you know any poor plumbers. My father, I don't think he's listening right now. I will clean this up, Paige, for you. For the audience, for the legals. My father was once trying to convince me to not push into the tech world and to push into some more of these kinds of jobs, these work with your hands jobs, and specifically plumbing, because he said no one craps on the internet, or you can't crap on the internet. He said it differently. He said it differently. But his point was taken, you know, that the idea is there are some things that will just forever be necessary. They're necessary. And they are, to a certain extent, to a certain degree, scalable. If you have the capacity, any kind of capacity, to engage a business mind, you can turn plumbing into something with maybe not 500 trucks, maybe 5 trucks. You're making a living. If you're not making enough of a living for you, all right, well then go do the other thing. Or utilize what you're doing now. Utilize that working with your hands to then allow you the income to be able to survive while you work on the thing you want to do. You know how many people work a job during the day and then they work on their hobby at night because it's gonna be the great new invention? Good. You need college for that? No. It's wrong to tell kids that they have to go to college, that they're nothing without college, that they're failures without college. It is wrong to do to them. I can't accept at all. It's wrong to do. You're fine without college. You're complete without college. You are. And I say this as a guy who didn't graduate college. There is no college out there that could have prepared me for what I do now. Not a one. 0. My life has prepared me for what I do now. These conversations are based on so much of what I have been through in a work-related or a personal-related or an emotional-related. That is what has prepared me and opened the doors to get to this moment. Never thought about radio a day in my life until somebody saw me speaking at a marketing event and said, "I need you. My morning guy is going to be out for a week. I need you to fill in." That's how I got into radio. Some crazy Southern belle in Brooksville, Florida, liked what I was talking about and said, "You, get on the air." Never thought about radio. College is not the end-all. Is there something specifically wrong with it? Many things. But the idea that you need college in order to be a person, in order to make a living, I reject wholeheartedly. You can follow Paige on Twitter at producer_Paige. Follow me at Tony Katz, TonyKatz, podcast at TonyKatz.com. Looking forward to tomorrow already. Until then, much love. Take care.
This Saturday, 70 Indiana World War II veterans will fly free of charge to Washington, D.C.
Nice, easy, quiet night for everybody. Yes, Jack Bauer. Jack Bauer. People are watching. Jack Bauer. Guys, you're appreciated. I will catch you tomorrow. Be good. Thanks.